Let's do number 9. So yeah, we do that. Bow. And then play the song. And then we go to that. When we see them ready up, I think. Alright, yeah, I think this will be easy. Did he play the buttons for you?
Play the button?
Watch.
Oh, right,
Well,
right.
that one, but then, I don't know if I've seen that one, but
Oh, that's new,
yeah, I was gonna say, it's kind of funny.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine you're watching it back.
Ooh, shit, I hope I'm not fucking up showing the shit. Put it away.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
There you go. Good call.
Damn, just goes to leave. Can I go in here? Can I go in here? No?
No.
What the fuck? I can't go anywhere.
I can't go anywhere. You're trapped.
I'm stuck in the hallway.
All right, good evening, everybody. This is the Season 8 Cup Finals featuring Shellshock and Matty Ice. We have TSM14 and Saget bringing you this commentary match today. Saget, what do you think about the match? Any kind of
I think it's going to be a great match. You know, Cup is always kind of a fun thing for this league, in my opinion. And we've got some great teams here. Very interesting sets, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at those.
Yep, we will see what's going. Saget, you can go first.
Okay, so I'm going to cover Matty's team. And first off is a pretty interesting Ndidi set. It's running Focus Sash and a couple of offensive moves, pretty unexpected. But I think it's a good move here. And then you've got Armor Rouge. Interesting, both Armor Rouge and Ndidi are running Trick Room. I guess it's nice to have that on as many Pokemon as you can. And then a pretty standard set otherwise, Armor Cannon and Expanding Force, the go-to offensive moves. You've got a Scrafty with 4 attacking moves and no Assault Vest. It's instead Rocky Helmet, which is pretty interesting. It's probably counterplay for that mouse hold.
Yeah.
And then Corviknight, pretty standard stuff there. You got the Psychic Seed and Tailwind and Body Press and Brave Bird. Rhyperior is going to be a big piece of this match. You got Stabs there, Rock Slide and High Horsepower, and then Double Edge with Reckless. That's certainly an interesting choice. Cool. And then the Life Orb going full offense.
Terranormal.
Yeah. And then Duraludon, which, unless I'm mistaken, we haven't seen too much of this season.
Yeah.
You got the Body Press and Draco Meteor. No Steel Stab, instead opting for Rock Slide.
Yeah. It seems like it's kind of like the Matty Fab 5, and then Duraludon's making the 6th for the appearance this time. But for Ethan's team, Shellshock, we got the Volcarona with Struggle Bug, which is just super nice against Matt's team. Just counteract the Psy spam and whatnot. But Ndidi with Imprison with Trick Room and Expanding Force. But Matt also didn't bring... He has Expanding Force on... yeah, I guess that's a very good Imprison mon to have right now, even with Protect, because it can really shut down his Pokemon. Typical support mouse hold. Got the wide lens, so he isn't trying to miss. Room Service, Lapras. We saw a previous match. The Lapras do a lot of work. It could be a good matchup into the Armor Rouge or the Rhyperior, so we'll see what goes on with that. Meowscarada just being its normal strong self, and then the typical Minchiao support, wide guard. No fake out, but detect, so we'll see what's up. Yeah, I think this will be an exciting match. It's best of 7, so it'll be a long series. Even if someone goes down early 0-2 or whatever, they still can climb back pretty good, and we'll see what happens here. But I think these guys are getting close to getting started. Jared, you got any potential first words or anything that you're looking for them to try to do at this set, or like
I think
the key to win for one of them?
You look at Shellshock's team; he's got a lot of great natural counterplay. Obviously, the Meowstic has the option to just shut down anything turn 1, and then also it can use Expanding Force for itself if it wants to.
Yeah.
And then of course, Wide Guard is really nice on Mienshao. If you don't have the ability to imprison Expanding Force, you can still shut it down. And then just a lot of strong knockoffs. I think it's going to be pretty difficult for Matty to navigate this, because 4 of Shellshock's Pokemon have some kind of defensive counterplay to the Armor Rouge, with the Struggle Bug on Volcarona. So we'll see how Matty plays around that. He might have to lean more on Rhyperior and Corviknight.
Yeah. I think this first game will be a really telling way the match is going to kind of play out at first. Both of these players are really good at adapting and kind of getting into it, but I think it'll be a very one-sided start at first, but then it'll become a very even match towards the end. So might go all 7. Definitely going to go, I think, a few distance. I don't think it's going to be a 4-0 or anything like that. So
no, yeah, I definitely agree. It'll be interesting to see how the speed control game is played. Of course, Shellshock's team is naturally very fast, but we've got both Trick Room and Tailwind on Matty's side of things, so I'm not sure how we'll see. Are we going to try to shut down the Trick Room, or are we instead going to go for a tailwind play?
All right, I think we're getting started now, so let's get into the team select. And we're watching Shellshock POV, so see what he's kind of thinking throughout the match and see what's up. It says
So yeah, let's see what more we get. Shellshock looks like they're going with the stick and pretty, I guess, expected. That's a very strong duo. It can react to a lot of things.
But yeah, very. I think that's a good start for Ethan. I think it's a strong, just like 4 right there that he can take out and then adjust.
Pretty aggressive 4. The 2 in the back are definitely offensive choices. Not many switch-ins.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what Matty goes with.
Alright, Queen.
Indian Corviknights.
Alright.
So right away we see the Psychic Seed coming out with Corviknight.
Yeah, boosting up. Same with the Volcarona. Volcarona with Psychic Seed as well, so...
And I think that's pretty big because Volcarona is a pretty physically frail Pokemon, so having that defense boost is definitely going to help it stick around longer. It's got plenty of bulk on the special side, so...
Yeah. I was going to say, Fiery Dance into the Corviknight's very nice too right now, so that's a little scary. Maybe he thinks... I don't know, what Terra's on the Corviknight? Dragon? So yeah, he could resist this... this Volcarona really easy, but then he's blowing his Terra turn 1, so that's maybe not the best move. But Mirror Armor, I might block the Struggle Bug too. I might send it back at him. So
yeah,
that's
that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of a good counter to it.
So I'm curious what we're going to see here from Meowstic. Imprison seems like the natural choice, but then what if, Matty instead goes for a Terra Tailwind and then tries to just go offense with the Indeedee. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah. First turn protect.
Kind of get a read on how Matty wants to play this. So there's the Imprison.
Blocks out 2.
And we do get Hyper Voice, so Matty opted for offense instead of trying to set up a Trick Move. We'll see if we get this Tailwind from the Corviknight. Nope, just going for the Brave Bird right away.
Oh, dang. Tanky Meowstic.
Yep.
Tanky Meowstic. Miles per hour.
Yeah, nice little Tails reference there. So let's see what we get here. I'm not sure what Volcarona selected, but Meowstic's eyeing that Expanding Force, which would do a decent amount of damage, although resisted by both opposing Pokemon.
I'm not very familiar with Expanding Force, or not Imprison. What if he switched in Armarouge without Screw Over his Expanding Force, or?
No. It would.
Or is it? Did you use it on Indeedee?
It would still. Yeah, it's a field effect, so it would still lock up the Armarouge. Okay. But it is knocked out by that Hyper Voice. Yep. So
now stick going down.
Pretty. And there's the Tailwind. All right, so very strong start for Matty here, getting some chip down. Of course, Corviknight weakened by that Fiery Dance, but
yeah.
He's going to have speed control, and then we've got 2 Pokemon that are on the frail side of things. Yeah, eating a Brave Bird or a Body Press.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the Body Press because, the Meowscarada doesn't like either. But obviously with the Protean ability, it probably makes that a little bit harder to read. But Protect on the...
This Meowscarada is actually Overgrowth.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
yeah, he's stuck unless he wants to Terra into Dragon type.
So he can Brave Bird one of them comfortably if he wants, but he's got to make a Protect read, and then... I would guess a Meowscarada would want to just knock off the Indeedee, but I guess the Indeedee's not doing anything, so maybe you just leave the Indeedee up. I guess it's Hyper Voicing you like crazy.
Right,
though,
yeah,
so.
but it's not doing very much to Volcarona. We'll see how much it can do to Meowscarada, but I definitely think the more threatening Pokemon we have now is the...
critical hit.
Oh, we hit our button there.
Oh.
There it is. Okay, a little late there. The Brave Bird does connect on the
get better
Meowscarada.
on that, folks.
Yeah. So double knockout there, taking itself out in exchange for the Meowscarada. I think that's a pretty good trade if you're Matty. And then Fiery Dance coming out. We'll see if we get the special attack boost.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that'd
quite
be.
KO.
There it is, the
Okay.
boost. So I think he's +1 in both special attack and defense at least right now.
Yep.
So
And now we got this Mousehold coming in, and that's pretty scary. This Volcarona's going to have a turn or two to do whatever it wants, thanks to that redirection as well as Friend Guard.
yeah. And Struggle Bug will be hitting pretty hard too at this point with the
Mm-hmm.
+1, so that'd be kind of nice too.
Yeah, you can definitely knock out this Indeedee with a Struggle Bug, or probably even a Giga Drain if you wanted at this point.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Getting the +1s on Fiery Dance and running Giga Drain, you're like, hell yeah, I can just lifesteal up really easily. It's good.
And then here is the Scrafty.
The Mousehold and the Beast Ball? What the?
We'll get a nice Intimidate on this Mousehold, but
Yeah.
either way, I think it's mostly here for Follow Me at this point. So yeah, Struggle Bug's looking really nice here. You can get spread damage, super effective on both targets.
Yeah, no fake out on this. Oh, Scrafty does have fake out, but Psychic Terrain
The
still
Psychic
up. So
Terrain,
yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of the problem on that. I was gonna say, but he has no protect on the Scrafty, but no Assault Vest either. So yeah, he's kind of in a weird spot right now. Like,
Now we do have Rock Slide, which is going to be able to bypass that Follow Me, but with Friend Guard and the defense boost, I'm not sure if it'll take out.
yeah, I don't think he looked to Terra, but if he Terra, then that'd be a really big
Yeah.
turn. So yeah, I wonder how well he's looking at the team sheets. Or
Yeah,
anything
both
like
Terras still preserved at this point.
that. He's protected with Mousehold. I don't know if he protected with Volcarona too. Yep, double
He did
protect.
double. Okay. Maybe
That
stalling out some Tailwind here.
Yeah, that's probably the play. Psychic Terrain's probably up to next turn, which that doesn't matter too much, but
A little bit with the Shellshock on the Indeedee for sure.
yeah, I guess the damage, yeah.
But
Yeah, for the damage sake. Oh, it's still up, wow.
yep.
That's crazy.
And I didn't see Tailwind go away either, so
Mm-mm.
we do see the Terra here into grass. Let's see what move we get.
Mohawk Tua.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Follow Me is just safe, obviously. Then.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know,
definitely
Giga Drain. I guess I would think maybe it kills Scrafty, but I don't know. If it's a bulky Scrafty, then that'd be crazy if it lived, but I don't know if it's gonna kill it or not.
We'll see. Either way, I think it's a pretty, no loss turn. You're gonna get some health back.
No protect. Yeah.
And right. No protect. So if something switches in, you're gonna get at least some damage there, and you're redirecting all that damage. So
Yeah, I'm curious who that Matt has come back, because he's going to try to get some Beyond the League or right here.
yeah, I'm thinking probably right here. I mean,
Yeah. Obviously, it's probably one of them too. I don't know.
Yeah.
If Gorillodon's in the back, then that'd be crazy. But
It's
I
been
mean,
pretty-
it could pop off. But
it's been a pretty passive 3 so far.
I'm hoping it's more Rhyperior, because he's kind of letting the terrain end out and not letting his Armorers have the psychic terrain. So
Oh, Mousehold just hangs on.
yeah, that was close.
And no flinch means this Giga Drain is going to come out, and we're getting a ton of health back.
Live, yeah. But so Tailwind might end this turn too.
Let's
yeah.
see.
Yeah,
Yep,
there's
there
the
it goes.
figure
So
out.
that's a big swing turn there. And no more Psychic Terrain either.
Yeah. If he needs to find a way to get this Volcarona out of here. If he can do that, then he's got a good end game, I think. But I don't know, because if it's Meowscarada versus a potentially Rhyperior. I don't know. It'll just depend who's in the back for Matty. Because right now, I mean, Shellshock's in a good spot. Like, he's up basically a Pokemon because Matty's guys are about dead, and Mousehold's living on a dream, but he's fast, so he gets a kill.
Yeah, and he makes the correct play there and goes for Pop Bomb into the Indeedee, so he's going to be able to pick up both KOs, presumably. And, yep. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who this last Pokemon is. If it's Armor Rouge, this is definitely still winnable. But if it's Rhyperior, I'm not so confident.
Yeah. The Armor Rouge doesn't have like Heat Wave though, it's just Armor Cannon and
Yeah.
See, that's where like if it's Armor Rouge, he needs the Expanding Force to be able to carry it. Oh, is it really it's the Duraludon,
wow.
okay. Okay. Maybe the Duraludon can out tank it. Maybe he's tanky enough and he'll do something crazy.
And he hasn't used his Terra yet, correct?
Yeah, no, it's still low, so
Okay,
flying.
so-
Yeah, okay. This could be good.
Let's see how this plays out.
I mean, he almost has to rock slide, which sucks.
Yeah,
At
and
least
then
one
you could
turn.
miss. Yeah.
Because he needs to kill the mouse hold, but if he protects, then I don't know. Yeah.
We'll see if he does the Terra, because that could cost him as well. Right now he resists that pop bomb. So if he tears into a neutral...
Yeah, but maybe
It's
just
gonna be
rip a Draco Meteor.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, maybe just rip the Draco Meteor and pray you kill the Volk.
So the tough thing about that is you could see follow me, and then you get your special attack drop for 2 HP. Yeah.
No, that would actually, yeah. But Shellshock opting for damage, he's like, you don't have stamina, so I'm just going to hit you.
Yeah, and even resisted.
Yeah.
Decent chunk there.
Yeah, no crits, so big fiery damage, that's going to hurt.
Dance.
Oh, it lived. Let's see what Matt's play did. Special attack raise. Always. There's the kill.
So it hits both rock slides, but unfortunately I think it's probably the end of the game for this Duraludon.
Yeah, Meowscarot. Oh, Meowscarot is dead. I don't know what I'm thinking. I thought it was still in the back for some reason, but too slow for the Volcarona.
So yeah, big game 1 ending there. I think it was a really strong start for Matty, but Shellshock was able to navigate the speed control and just kind of build up that Volcarona to take all the KOs pretty much.
Yeah, lots of boosts and lots of not easy kills, but just like type effective kills where even I guess versus the Scrafty, but it was so boosted at that point the Giga Drain didn't really matter that it was you resisted or whatever.
Probably have that over the Struggle Bug, just you get that health back and it's gonna...
Yeah,
it might even do more damage now that you Terra Grass.
Yeah, so no, Ethan played the game really well for using Matt's psychic terrain and that kind of stuff. So Matt obviously didn't bring the Armor Rouge or the Rhyperior, so I'd say those are like the two like good guys that really did work for Matt this season. So obviously it's game 1. Sorry, I was stammering there, but yeah, I mean, I think if Matt works at least one of those guys or both of these guys into the thing, we can maybe see a potential tie game here. But
yeah, we'll see what adjustments come from Matty's side of things as well as from Shellshock's side of things. Because that was it was a pretty passive lead, but a very aggressive team in general.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was kind of just like a build-up with the Volcarona. So
yeah,
we do see at least 2 of the... Meowscarot is new, yeah.
Yeah, but Meowscarot, I think Ethan values potentially blocking the Indeedee as much as possible. So maybe Matt will try to punish him, maybe not bring Indeedee or just take that matchup, because I mean he was spamming Hyper Voices and it was kind of working. He had a crit on one of them, so that maybe played a difference that a little bit that match. But
yeah, and of course Meowscarot I didn't get to do much. It died to that Brave Bird in 1 turn.
Yeah.
So.
And honestly, I kind of like maybe not bringing Indeedee, just since the Volcarona is more than likely to come most of the time. So maybe you just like deny the Psychic Seed and like plan differently. But so interesting start. So
yeah, we've got an interesting 4 that Meowstick's so valuable, even if it's only there for 3 turns or so.
Yeah. I think Ethan's banking on Matt not paying attention to maybe the Lapras room service to catch him off guard. He's like, oh yeah, go. I'm not bringing in prison, so go ahead and trick room set up, and then bada bing, slow Lapras, even though Lapras is already really slow, but who knows.
And this Lapras, I've actually been quite impressed by it all season. The ground tower with Water Absorb is
that's cool.
Very nice.
Yeah,
and you get freeze dry and all that. So
yeah,
we see different leads on both sides here.
Yeah, Intimidate for Inner Focus though. Yeah, I was curious about that because I was like, no clear amulet, but the mouse or Mean Chow has Inner Focus, so.
So yeah, Muddy Water would be pretty good here. At the very least, you're threatening that Armor Rouge, maybe force it into a Terra.
Yeah. Is he scared? I'm gonna press wide guard, or could just knock off the Armor Rouge maybe.
Yeah, this is an interesting because of course you can switch in the Indeedee, get the terrain, and then just go boom essentially. So we can go for a knockoff.
Yeah, if he just switches and expanding forces, I mean, he could just like win the turn. So,
But yeah, at the very least, you get the knockoff, and we aren't seeing any Terra, so this might actually just KO. We'll see. Not quite.
It's a little bulky. Mirror, yeah. So, armor cannon,
and
someone
we get
maybe.
Trick Room set up. Okay.
See, but then you got the
So we'll
Lapras with
see
room service. So
the room service. I'm not sure what the speed tiers are here. I think naturally Scrafty is definitely the slowest, but I'm not sure what Lapras' speed stat is naturally.
Yeah, this is kind of weird now.
So yeah, Muddy Water's pretty free here.
And then Mian Chao, just going for close combat. Okay, I was gonna say, can you obviously just do. I guess the expanding force is still worth. I don't know. Wide guard might be a good move to go for right now.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, definitely. No, I agree. I was thinking Mian Chao might be able to double into the Indeedee and KO it, but you know, if expanding force comes out, it's not going to be around for that. So
I guess Muddy Water's likely to kill Armarouge unless it protects.
Definitely.
But yeah, so Matty's just giving it up. Yep.
And we'll see what we get from this Scrafty.
Fire or Tear Steel on the Armarouge. Close combat on that. That'd be nice. That's a good kill at least. Yeah.
Get a little trade. We'll see though.
I think it was close combat.
Oh, close combat.
I think so.
Big turn for KOs there.
Yeah, three KOs.
Assuming this is KO. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Scrafty's pretty bulky, but you know, Mian Chao hits pretty hard, so.
Yeah. Sleeve Palp. Take some Rocky Element damage for your way out.
So yeah, pretty fast-paced battle so far.
Yeah, a lot of action that turn. Matt down to his last two. Shellshock has 3 in the back, obviously, or 3 total still, so up 1 guy.
And all pretty quick Pokemon too.
Yeah. Yeah, Trick Room is set up, so yeah, that is true. So yeah, this is the turns for Matt to make some plays. Right Period could come out.
At the very least, you're gonna force out some Terras, and then maybe be able to make some safer plays.
So this is good, and yeah, because Brave Bird into the Volcarona says you can't Grass Terra, or you're just gonna take that, and then so this is good. This is a good turn. This could be a good turn. Protect though to stall out Trick Room. That's what's gonna happen probably. Sucks for Matt, but that's probably what's gonna happen.
I mean, he's got plenty of turns. Of course, you know, Shellshock can switch around and whatnot, but it looks like we're just going for Terra Fiery Dance here.
Yeah.
Pretty bold play, but maybe banking on Mousehole being able to clean up.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. These Pokemon, yeah. The problem with the Mousehole though is like both these Pokemon are so defensive. Like they're not like
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're bulky. They're not just like one glass cannons or anything like that.
Well, they both resist normal. That's very important too. Obviously, you have the crunch, but that's not going to be doing anything.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this plays out. We do see a Terra.
Yeah, I think. Oh, okay.
Got the right
normal
here.
You think he double edges?
Oh, that'd be funny. We'll see. We'll see what we get here.
This might be better than Dragonite.
Okay, we do see a Protect here from the Volcarona, so not going to be dying this turn. And Detect as well, so just the double. So maybe scouting out a little bit what we're going to see. Did get the Terra, so that's nice.
Boom.
Into the Volcarona.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Does tail? Oh, I was like, maybe he sets up Tailwind if he knows his triggers.
That is something he has as an option.
Yeah. That's honestly another. There's got to be one turn left. I don't know. They need to. We need Ethan to check, but I don't know if he'll check.
But yeah, I do like the double edge play now that I'm thinking about it, because as you said, Brave Bird will kill regardless, but you might need Brave Bird to take out the Mian Chao.
Yeah.
So
I guess
you go with the Terra normal double edge. It's gonna hit neutral.
Get a double
no matter
kill.
What? Right.
Yeah. That is actually way smart. Yeah. You're still okay. Trick Room's still up, so you're still doing all right, I guess. Okay,
So
swapping
we do
in the
see the
mouse.
switch, preserving that Volcarona.
Yeah, you think you got it though?
I don't know if it matters. He could probably kill this regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, you think he went for the same play kinda?
Probably.
Oh,
I mean,
he went into the
there's
mount this time. I was gonna say, yeah, if he went to the so if he body presses, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
but I don't
that
think
would be crazy.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of curious. But
Was that one? No, he had Rocky Helmet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's
Okay.
Brave Bird, so it does a little close to 2/3, like 2/3 HP.
So let's see if Tailwind, or not Tailwind, Trick Room goes away this turn.
Yeah.
If there's one turn left, that'd be pretty big. Although we might just see double protect, but yeah, here's an opportunity for Matty to maybe set up a tailwind.
Yeah, if he's gonna read the double protect.
Right.
And this will obviously the one thing that's going good for Ethan though is he still has his Terra, so he can still like find a good turn to resist moves and stuff like that. Like if he had already blown his Terra, then yeah, depending how this turn plays out, Matt could be really running away with it. But it's still pretty even at this point. So.
Yeah, I think it'll likely be the mouse hole just because the Terra on Volcarona isn't doing much for you. Ghost, at least you become immune to double edge and body press, but let's see what we get here.
Yeah.
We get high horsepower.
I was like, it
interesting.
didn't miss, but
Let's see what we see here. This is big. We do see the Brave Bird. Okay. So now that Rhyperior, which is so threatening, is going to be going last, and that gives Shellshock a big opportunity to try to get something done here.
I guess you could maybe use your Corviknight as bait. Like you're like just kill it, and then you're. I mean, I think Rock Slide could do a lot of damage here. That's
Rock Slide would certainly be. Yeah.
Like the mouse hole may live, but I think it might one. I guess I'm not for sure if it would one shot the Volcarona. I would think it would, but with Friend Guard, it's hard to say. But
no, I think the only trouble with that is you miss, right? And then you're in trouble.
And he's doing Follow Me, Fiery Dance probably. I hope he's rethinking it. Still hasn't used his Terra. Yeah, still hasn't used his Terra either. So.
Wait, was that pop?
Okay, there. I didn't fully. Yeah, he did target Rhyperior, so I think he did pop on.
Okay, let's see what we get.
If man, I don't know, because I was gonna say if he protects, then.
Oh, we got Terra Grass. Okay.
Yeah, this is where it's kind of tough.
So yeah, that pretty much only serves offensive utility, because of course you got the Brave Bird and the.
Oh, it hit twice. He missed the wide limb.
Gosh.
And it lived.
Wow.
Okay.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Wow. Pokemon baby, let's go. Big Brave Bird. Boom.
There it
one
is.
for one. Let's see. Let's see if it might be a big double edge coming in hot.
So yeah, that'd be an interesting call, just because of the Terra Ghost that was available.
Yeah.
And we do see the trade-off once again with the recoil, but we do get the high horsepower. All right, and that's game number 2 in the books for Matty. So yeah, I think he played that one very well. He was able to get his Trick Room up. Oh, my bad.
But yeah, no, very well adjusted game. Ethan definitely had really good points to even take that game and all that stuff. It wasn't even like it was very one-sided or anything.
Yeah, there's definitely a point there where it could have swung either way.
Yeah, it was just slightly. I guess I don't know. Both players playing not very neutral, but like playing very safe, like double protecting on the Trick Room turns to stall. Like, I don't know. I think that one of them needs to make that adjustment to read the next step or whatever. Like, there hasn't been any, like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it doesn't seem like there's been any crazy hard reads yet or anything like that.
I think the hard reads have really all been in the team select screen.
Yeah.
We saw Shellshock decide to forego the Meow Stick, and it ended up biting him because Matty called that.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does this time. But yeah, I think you're right. The plays have been pretty safe. No sort of big risky plays.
Yeah. Making the call on your opponent saying you're definitely going to do this. So, but that's all right. It's still early. It's 1-1. So, I mean, still got a lot of games to play. Just feeling each other out maybe. Doing got the same Pokemon pick as last game so far.
So yeah, no Indeedee last game, but we did see the Armarouge. It was a pretty offensive group. You know, you had both the Rhyperior and the Armarouge, and those are the big hitters. And then of course, Corviknight was able to apply a lot of pressure thanks to the good type matchups.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really liking all the rock slides, not being used, but just sort of being there.
Yeah, and potentially scared.
Yeah. Because that's been the big weakness for Shellshock since he made those swaps, has been rock moves. Yeah. So we're getting the start of the game here. Game number 3. Let's see what leads we have. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this before the start of the set, but lifetime these two are completely even. It's 2-2.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Shellshock has won the last 2, including once earlier this season, but these teams have changed since then.
Yeah.
So we do see the Ndidi and Armor Rouge lead from Matty. Great duo.
Yeah. The classic,
Yeah.
the Scarlet Violet classic.
I'm a fan anyway. So and then the Mouse Hold and the Mian Xiao from Shellshock side.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we had to face Lele Armor Rouge at one point too. So
Yeah. Psychic terrain, very very and terrain in general has just been super strong in Draft League.
For sure. It stinks that the other terrains obviously get a little bit shafted, but
Right.
but yeah, any terrain team always does pretty good work. So
Yeah, you see at least a little bit of all of them except Misty Terrain. There's really no Misty Terrain, but we see the knockoff there, either the double or just the redirection.
yeah, I
with
think it was
the pop
redirect.
bomb.
I think it was follow me, which maybe a trick room set up this turn. So
Either Trick Room or Expanding Force, you're going to get a lot of mileage out of either.
yeah,
We do see the Trick Room, so yeah, if we see a Rhyperior come in, Matty's definitely firmly in the driver's seat.
yeah, he's gonna be out of some trouble.
Although that Mian Xiao does have the wide guard to stop a potential Expanding Force, you still have a lot of things at your disposal.
Yeah, I think both Pokemon are fine with just ripping a single target move though, which knowing Ethan, he'll probably just double protect. So
Right.
which
Or try
not
to,
saying no, but
try
the double
to
protect and
either double protect or
And I think-
one of them use a defense option and
Yeah.
make some kind of play.
yeah. I think Matty has ran Swords Dance on the Rhyperior before too.
He
If he had
has,
Swords
yes.
Dance, that'd have been crazy. Like
Yeah, instead opting for just the Life Orb and 2 stabs in coverage. So
yeah, but
yeah, Swords Dance would be crazy here. We'll see what we get.
yeah, we'll see what happens to if he wants to just attack with Min Chao and do damage, or he's just trying to kill the Armor Rouge. So Steel Terror on
interesting.
Armor Rouge could be nice though too. So
We'll see if Matty calls that. He might be respecting the wide guard and not go for the Expanding Force. But if he decides to go for it anyway, then
yeah,
we're gonna probably regret that before Shellshock.
yeah, I guess he's way slower too. That's the other part right now. I keep forgetting about Trick Room. But
Right. Yeah. Matty's team definitely slower than these two all around.
follow me.
We do see the redirect. Let's see what we get from Matty's side of things.
Oh,
Double edge,
yeah,
nice
so,
Terra.
Yep, very clutch there.
And
Expanding
we do
force,
get
so
the expanding
maybe a double
force.
kill still.
Yeah, likely. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah,
the
the-
sash.
yep.
Yeah.
Man, Rockslide would have been a very good move this
Yeah.
turn because if he would have just, I mean, Wide Guard's scary, but yeah, that's how much he did game 1. So I guess
Yeah,
we did
right.
see that damage, so we didn't know
Right.
he was gonna live. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see what happens this turn.
playing it safe. I think he's gonna do that.
Yep.
So yeah, if he had just some kind of setup move or something, I guess you can maybe get a safe switch in if you want to. Maybe
Right.
get Armor Rouge out, but I don't know. You know who you want to bring in? Maybe Corv if you got Corv, but
I don't know.
just keeping.
I
his
feel
guys
like even if you know the double protect's coming, you might be comfortable just letting moves rip.
Yeah,
You don't have much to lose.
yeah, no doubt. Simple turn,
High
nothing.
horsepower in the armor cannon, so respecting the wide guard that turn, and I think that's probably the wise decision.
Yeah, especially at this point. I guess you're getting you're way overkilling with the armor cannon and losing stats, but yeah, but you got to do that. You got to respect it no matter
Right,
what.
right. Yeah, and we may see. It looked like we might see a switch from Shellshock's side. I think it's interesting. With the amount of turns left in Trick Room, you may just want to say, you can have these 2. I'm going to let my last 2 try to carry me to victory.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, even just trying to maybe rip close combat and Rhyperior, because even if it Terra normals, like, you're still just gonna
Right.
chunk it real hard, but
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. Yeah, if this thing eats that armor. Yeah, I heard. Dang.
Nice.
Yeah.
It does half even for resisted.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rhyperior is a monster. And
Armor cannon and Mid-Shao probably.
Yep. Making sure we get rid of that so we don't die to a knockoff on this turn. Or like you said, close combat into the Rhyperior would have been nice. And yeah, we're not running Solid Rock on Rhyperior this week. So that would actually hit pretty hard. Yeah.
Big diff, yeah.
So I think we've got one turn of Trick Room left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And obviously the one nice thing about Armor Rouge is definitely doesn't totally mind Volcarona. Volcarona can't touch it too badly because
just the struggle bugs.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely resisting both fire and grass are pretty big.
So can potentially maybe do some work on that, but Rhyperior's not liking these guys. Still maybe a turn or two of Trick Room left, but otherwise nothing too wild. Maybe another double protector.
Yeah, I think this is the last turn. So if you're Shellshock,
I didn't see, but he just checked.
You can pretty safely just double protect, or he's thinking about maybe sacrificing this Mousehold, and then you're outspeeding next turn. So pretty good navigation of the Trick Room here. I thought for sure once I saw the Rhyperior that was probably game, but no, definitely not.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mousehold's really low, isn't it, though? Isn't it the Mousehold?
It's like 23 or something.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Still though, just the passive value of being able to protect and friend guard, and then follow me.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
So we get the Mohawk Tua.
Yeah, potential intimidate. Could probably take a move, okay, but protect Volcarona.
And then we'll see if Psychic Terrain sticks around and might be able to use Fake Out next turn, and that'd be huge.
It's kind of crazy. The Volcarona is faster than the Masquerada, because normally Masquerada is like pretty fast. Yeah.
Wow. Must be running a weirdly slow.
Oh, it's Trick Room, duh.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. I was laughing because I was like, maybe now
so
Trick Room's
gone, and okay. So then, actually, that was a great play from Matty because now he's able to fake out and then maybe do like a rock slide.
Yeah, because now he can't protect, so someone's eating the fake out.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna Grass Terror. That's about his only problem. Or I would think his Volcarona's got a Grass Terror because the threat of fake out Masquerada and then just rock sliding.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Yeah, even then though, you might be able to normal Terra your Rhyperior and not have to eat a Giga Drain.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be good too for sure.
Let's see what we get here.
Yeah.
Looks like we're okay.
Trying to resist the dark move or something coming in.
Just
preserving
this Volcarona,
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he doesn't have a.
And then maybe you get like a rock slide miss and
you get some more value.
Right. Let's see what we get. Normal Terra, likely to resist grass moves. Oh.
Read into that.
Okay, so yeah, really nice play from Shellshock there.
Eating the flower trick a lot nicer. If it's rock slide, that's okay. Double hit. This could be double kill. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, pretty good turn for Matty there. It was looking like it might go the other way.
Yeah. The read did not pay off. But no, it'll be interesting to see if Volk had the spread move. I'd feel a little bit more comfortable, but since it's mostly single target, could be tough to win this.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure you can take out Scrafty from full, so you're gonna have to live multiple turns.
Yeah, I think you just spam fiery. I think you fiery dance the Rhyperior, try to live Scrafty, and then maybe get boosts and Giga Drain like crazy. Like.
Yeah, the only tough thing with that is if Matty calls that and protects, then that's yet another turn that we're going to have an advantage. Yeah, but he does not call it and protect. Yeah. Likely just doubling.
Yeah, and he hasn't protected a lot this set. It seems like
very aggressive play.
Yeah, but
See what we get from this crafty. We do.
Oh, it does have rock slide, but the miss.
That sucks. So
Yeah.
that's a big swing.
Yep. Big dip right now.
I think Matty has one more Pokemon though.
Yep, the Armor Rouge.
Oh.
So that's even kind of alright.
Yeah, it's low enough that you could probably take it out with a Struggle Bug, maybe. It'll be tough.
Yeah, he's got to be worried about Armor Cannon, but
Yeah, definitely.
it doesn't seem like he's too worried about it.
So yeah, if he can get a special attack boost this turn, correctly calls to protect,
Yeah.
then he can Struggle Bug next turn, and likely
Potentially
end this. Yeah. Okay.
It didn't do as much as I thought it would do, but
And no.
there's the
Okay.
rock slide.
All right.
One shot.
Oh,
It's the wrong one.
we did see it. We did see it crit earlier, but
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, man, that was a really close
Yeah.
game 3 there.
Yeah, literally down to the wire. Both sides playing to their outs and all that. I don't know, Ethan Shellshock, he played like really well to get through the trick room and all that stuff, but like Matt just made really optimal switches at the end. I think
The
that kind of
Scrafty switch on
Yeah.
the last turn was a really nice call out.
Yeah.
Knowing that both the trick room and the terrain were going to end on the next turn.
Yeah, no doubt. It was definitely just a better, not better like optimization on piloting the team, but just setting himself up to get that stronger end game. So yeah, but all right, bringing the Meow Stick back.
And I think that's a good play. Matty's been leaning on Trick Room, or at the very least leaning on Indeedee and all that stuff. So having the Meow Stick to kind of shut down the Trick Room and the Expanding Force is a good play.
Not bringing the sleeves this game, leaving Lapras behind. Lapras doesn't get a nickname, by the way. It's just
they had no name?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Slow and Shell, but I think it's just Lapras. So GG to Lapras. Maybe next year.
So yeah, I mean, I think these are some pretty good adjustments.
Yeah, not bringing the Corviknight for Matt. Matt's kind of, I think as long as Volcarona's coming, Corviknight's not useless, but I guess Corviknight's a good Volcarona. I don't know.
You just got it's interesting because it has to have the speed control, and if it doesn't, it'll die. But if it does, it's applying a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So.
See, and I guess like one thing that's always kind of impressed me is a lot of time Matt has this Rhyperior in like very bad matchups, but it still just manages to get kills, do damage,
Right.
put in work. Like I mean, it was looking at the Masquerada and like in the Volcarona with Giga Drain, and it was still like, yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna just like be big Rhyperior.
Right.
So I don't know. Rhyperior's been a big standout guy for Matt. He's always been able to make him work, which I think is cool with this team. Because even in the bad ones, like he's like, I'm still gonna find this guy useful. So
I think it's a great set. The normal Terra kind of prevents it from having a lot of weaknesses, only being weak to the fighting.
yeah,
So so we get interesting lead here from Matty. Pretty defensive oriented, and really good call out, not letting the Meowstick do what it wants yet again.
yeah. The Meowstick doesn't do a ton without the Indeedee being present. So
Right.
because I mean it has Expanding Force, which I mean is a strong psychic move, but you're always trying to use it with the terrain and then everything. It's got moves to make it work, but yeah, it's definitely more beneficial.
Wow, what a call that would be.
What was that?
So he's clicking Trick Room, assuming that Corviknight's going to go for Tailwind. I think if this works out, that's a phenomenal play.
Yeah, that would be actually a very fake out on. Okay,
Fake out, right? Because you've got the Covert Cloak on Meowstick.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow,
my
okay.
goodness.
That's a good play.
Okay, so we were just talking about how useless this Meowstick is, and
Yeah.
then he finds a way to make it useful. Great play.
Yeah. The one thing I guess with Matty is he's probably got the Trick Room guys in the back, so it's not like totally beneficial.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, he could obviously look to try to swap the Trick Room, but yeah, I guess the speed tiers are just way out of whack. So yeah, he's definitely not in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, threatening huge damage, if not a one-hit KO onto the Corviknight with the Fiery Dance.
Yeah. What if Scrafty's still slower than Volcarona?
That would be pretty funny. That'd be funny. Actually, that might be.
Yeah, it could be possible. Like a weird.
Because I think Volcarona's speed stat is either 100 or like 105.
Yeah, it's decently fast.
And if it has any investment, that's going to be faster than Scrafty at only 50.
Yeah, because I think expanding force on the bird does nothing.
Yeah, maybe just trying to get some shit to ensure the one hit here.
Yeah.
Or the one turn KO, I guess.
Ooh,
Oh
big bird live.
So
Getting-
special attack boost is very nice.
Rock slide, just killing
That's
the
gonna do it.
Volcarona.
That's
Okay.
tough, dude. Wow.
Bang bang. And then big brave bird.
Yep.
So you're gonna get the kill, but you take some damage. 69 HP, but
Yeah, that's just a tough turn. Yeah, I guess with the recoil, you do get the KO.
Yeah.
But
you obviously, I mean, you gotta know that the rock slide's probably coming, but I guess you could have maybe thought he was gonna switch out or like I don't know, but yeah, you almost gotta be scared of the rock slide. That duo is just scary too, because even if you tear grass, like you might eat a brave bird. I don't know. That was a hard turn for him, but Matty gets probably the upper hand on it for sure.
Yeah, now he's got a tough decision to make because both of these two remaining Pokemon, even with the Tailwind up on Matty's side, probably getting outsped by the Scrafty in Tailwind Trick Room.
Yeah, which is funny. Yeah, which is funny to think about. But yeah, I'm curious because if he's got there's the Corviknight back out. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. It's Indeedee. So Indeedee's probably pretty slow too, honestly. So yeah, I mean he
I think it's actually naturally pretty quick. I'm pretty sure it's 85, but still, yeah. Definitely slower than Meowscarada and Mousehold.
Yeah.
So,
peering through the window.
And
Shout out
this
to
is-
Zoe.
This is tough because you really can't even use the expanding force.
Yeah.
Scrafty being immune and Indeedee resisting. Let's see what we get here.
Yeah, that might play safe this turn, but and also playing safe. See, like expanding force.
Let's see what this does.
I might still. Yeah, they do it.
Decent little chip.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
nice protect there.
Yeah, I guess the knockoff would have been good into either guy. So,
Right.
but and even if he terra'd, so yeah, it would have.
Yeah, I think it's kind of an awkward position to be in because you almost want the Meowstick to just sit there and kind of do nothing.
Literally, I think you're not worried about the Meowstick at all at this point. I think if you can keep Indeedee and Scrafty going, and then
Right.
yeah, whoever else you got in the back clean up. Yeah, I think you can win this, but
Yeah, and Mousehold in a tough spot too because if it goes for that pop bomb, it's going to be taking a lot of damage from Rocky Helmet.
yeah, that's true. It can't even go into the
So great,
Scrafty very nicely.
Yeah, great position for Matty here, but just kind of an awkward little part of the game. Weird speed tiers, not much damage, but
Looking to swap.
yeah, we'll see what happens with this switch.
Pop bomb into
Okay.
Indeedee.
So yeah, opting for Population Bomb into
I think it could
Indeedee
kill.
instead of Crunch, but yeah, I think it's probably doing more damage anyway.
Yep. So that was like 7 or 8. Maybe 7.
7, thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what the Scrafty does. It's gonna determine the end of this game. Going knockoff into Mousehold. Good amount of damage, but overall, I think Shellshock wins that turn.
Yeah, it was a good swap on the turn. Gets Meowscarada in for free. Then Mouse will take some damage, but obviously didn't blow his Terra. They died to the super effective knockoff instead, so that's way better. And just, yeah, has the potential to either do some more damage or play support now with Follow Me and try to have Meowscarada do something.
Okay, so Tailwind is down, but we do have one more turn of Trick Room, so at the very least, this turn is going to be great for Matty. Although,
Just double protect.
double protect, and even if not, Meowscarada being part dark kind of makes it difficult. You have to choose between going for the expanding force and not touching it, or armor cannon and that getting redirected, and then you take those defense drops.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ethan's gonna be really strong next turn because he can knock off. Man, yeah, I guess you just maybe don't worry about Scrafty very much. Does Ethan still have, or does Matt still have more Pokemon in the back? Or
I think this is his last two. Because we saw Corviknight go down and we saw Indeedee go down.
Yeah.
So opting for the Terra Steel, I think that's a good move.
Yeah.
Not taking damage from that super effective damage from that knockoff.
Yeah, that's smart for sure. Because even the Flower Trick isn't going to be that effective.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there might be a world where it's Dragon Terra. I don't know if he's terred this. Has Ethan terred?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Actually, wow, Terra Steel is incredible on that Armor Rouge thanks to the Flash Fire. It can't really be touched by anything.
Yeah. I think if you kill Armor Rouge and Terra your Meowscarada and just like double into the Armor Rouge, there's a world. Because obviously like Meowshold sucks into the Scrafty, but eventually you're just going to have to pop bomb into it or let it die, and then I think you just try to 1v1 it with the Meowscarada and Scrafty, and just hopefully you can clutch up and win. But
do you get potentially the Terra there? We'll see.
Yeah.
It's a tough decision to make because you Terra Dragon, you resist the fire, but you're still eating that expanding force now that you were previously immune to.
Yeah.
So he opts not to Terra.
Yeah, if he expanding force, I'd be so. I would think. Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, that does nothing.
You're gonna need 10 hits.
Yeah, it's literally maybe a crit too. I think the Wide Lens is knocked off as well. Ooh, it's so close. They got it.
Wow.
That might have been all 10, maybe 9. It was 9 or 10. It had to have been.
That's huge though, because this just basically went from Armor Rouge is going to be able to solo to.
Yeah, big close combat.
That's probably the end of the game.
We need big close combat here. That might kill. Yep. Okay.
But yeah, now you get Maushold and Volcarona on the field at the
Yeah,
same time.
Volk's in the back. Yeah, sheesh. Yeah, Ethan. I think both guys tried to make a good play that turn. I think it just worked out better for Ethan there.
Oh, it's not Volcarona.
Yeah.
It's,
We're good commentators. Trust us. No. But still, I guess Meowstic can't even touch this guy. Meowstic can't touch it.
Right.
Honestly, Matt might win because Crunch.
Oh, the Rocky Helmet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
No.
I think the Rocky Helmet kind of secured. It might secure this game
I think it does. Wow.
because he can't touch. Meowstic can't touch it, and then Pop Bomb Crunch.
Right. Either one's not
Yeah.
gonna do enough damage to outrace.
Yeah, he would
the
have
Rocky
to.
Helmet.
He'd have to like double crit Crunch or something like that,
Right.
and then like.
And
And then
Matty
and
has
then
to misplay.
yeah, close combat into Ghost Terra and like that kind of it'd be like some kind of crazy. That's crazy that the Rocky Helmet is and just the healthy Scrafty clutching up. The Scrafty was like half HP. It might be doable, but it's too full.
That's great prep.
Yeah.
You do see the Terra here, so if Scrafty opts for close combat, he gets another turn to live. And we see the Imprison
Yeah,
doing big things.
Crunch a munch.
Oh, man.
Definitely not doing it. Definitely not. All right. Yep, he said Meowstic cannot do anything. So this guy's got too many. He's got Meowscarada, Meowstic, Meowshold, Mienshao. Get this guy out of here.
Definitely.
No, but
So yeah, wow, that's great prep from Matty, and
yeah,
as well as Shellshock played, ultimately. Just having a bulky Pokemon with that Rocky Helmet and right typing, yeah.
Yep, clutching up. 3-1 going to Matty Ice's favor. One more to claim the cup. Claim the cup championship. I mean, yeah, Matt also might become the first 2-time cup champion.
Yes.
So yeah, Matt's playing for the 2-time in the cup, and Shellshock's obviously playing for his first, but yeah, Matt up a kind of a commanding 3-1. Like I said, Matt's in win position now, so he just has to win one more, and Shellshock has to win out. So,
and honestly, I think these guys being in the Cup Finals is just like a testament to how competitive the league is right now. Like, it's so strong.
Yeah.
Like, these are two coaches that, you know, we'd expect to see playoffs like every year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. No, we the both sides of the tournaments are always like pretty solid matches and everything. We got a strong finals coming up later with Shrug and Ulico.
man.
You got any predictions on the Shrug Ulico match or anything you're?
You know, it's tough to predict. They're both very strong, and it's yeah. I don't know what to say. Shrug's obviously got a great team. He's got a very interesting sort of methodology, drafting no top tiers.
Yeah.
Going with the big four, the Fab Four.
Yeah.
And Ulico, very strong last season, and then kind of the same idea this season with just one big strong
Core.
dragon, and then you support it.
Yeah.
So yeah, either way, it's going to be a great set. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it'll be a banger as well. But we were yapping, and I didn't see the Shellshock lock in, but we'll see if he's going to make a big adjustment for this game 5, because, like I said, he's on do or die, so Matt might play a little bit more in the control position. He's like, okay, I can kind of do maybe Matt has a strategy that he likes to kind of pull off and do, since he's got such a lead now that he can just try to do that. He's like, I want these 4, but I don't know.
Yeah, and you could even go the other way too and say, I've got this like wild card strategy.
Yeah.
I've got a sizable safe lead. I can now go for that and try to catch him off guard. But,
yeah, no doubt. Put him in a weird position.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens here. See what the leads are and see what these guys got. Indeedee, Corviknight, and Volcarona Minchow. Just activating both Psychic Seeds right out the gate. And yeah, nothing else too crazy.
Yeah, pretty similar leads to their first game, actually. The only difference is instead of Meowstic, geez, hard to keep track of.
Yeah.
We got Minchow. And man, it just seems like every time Meowstic comes, it's not in front of the Indeedee. And then when he doesn't bring it, here's the Indeedee.
Yeah,
it's just
funny
tough.
how that works out. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm curious if Ethan... I think Ethan should maybe try to go on a little bit more of the offense of this game, but, because, I mean, I guess, like, Matt hasn't necessarily been, like I said, protecting a ton. Like, he's just been kind of ripping moves, like, he's like, I'm in the lead or whatever, so... And I don't even think he's making bad, like, protect calls or whatever, but maybe just going a little bit more offensive could make a big difference.
Well, I think it's been tough for him so far. Matty's put him in very awkward positions where it's like, if you wanna be aggressive here, you've got to make a trade. But I think this time around, it would be a chance for Shellshock to be aggressive. He's got a good position here.
Yeah.
He does opt for the protect anyway, likely fearing a brave bird. See the protect there.
Potential Trick Room turn. It's gonna live that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's gonna be
probably,
close, but it's gonna live.
Oh, it
had
has the sash
too.
anyway,
Yeah.
yep. And there's the Trick Room, alright.
Potential double up that turn could have been really good,
Yeah.
but it's alright.
But yeah, same thing. Like, he could have doubled up and taken that, and it definitely would have been beneficial, but he's still going to end up having to trade something because that Corviknight's going to Brave Bird.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's tough plays. Speed tiers are out of whack. He's got Lapras in the back. That might be alright. But, I'd be interested to see if the Lapras is going to make a... Well, like I said, I guess I don't know who he has in the back because I was looking at the teams at the moment, but...
So yeah, he's got a tough decision to make here. He does have the sash still intact on Mienshao, so it's not going to die to anything except a double. Yeah. And almost running out of time there.
Dragon. Oh, kills. Well, sashes the Minchow. Man, I'm surprised he's not Dragon Terraing his Corviknight just to resist the.
Right. Well, he knows he can probably live at least one.
Yeah.
And then you get the Hyper Voice from Indeedee there, finishing the job on Mienshao.
Yeah. I guess he might be worried about Lapras too, because Lapras could wreck it and strike it. So, yeah. Yep, does about half. Yeah, Lapras in the back and mouse hold, so. Yeah,
So,
but I think.
okay, we do see Lapras. So.
Yeah, I guess he tried to get as much mileage with the room service possible right now. But
Yeah, it's in position to take both KOs with a Muddy Water, assuming it hits. So
yeah,
pretty good position for Shellshock here.
yeah, I'm curious. Volcarona's like +1 on the special attack and special defense, so you probably don't really want to swap it out. But yeah, it sucks. I don't know.
Yeah, at the moment, I don't think there's much need to. You can either protect or bank on those Muddy Waters hitting.
Yeah, I guess you just protect and
I
play
would
safe.
say, yeah, that's probably
you
the
don't
play.
need to do damage or anything. Matt can obviously protect this dude. See, now, like, Matt probably wants to stall out Trick Room for himself now because, yeah, the Lapras is, like, a problem, so.
Ooh, you see the Muddy Water misses the Corviknight. That's pretty big,
Makes a big diff.
especially if we see a call on the protect with, like, a body press.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be very huge.
Okay, does just opt for the more, I guess, basic play.
Yeah, the safe option for sure. Yep.
So yeah, good turn for Shellshock there. Unfortunate Muddy Water miss, but
Yeah.
you know that's the game we play. So
Yep. I think probably Armarouge comes out. Unless he's got Duraludon, Quake and Bake.
I think that's Rhyperior. Yeah.
Okay. I guess
So,
you can
yeah.
probably just normal Terra and rip a double edge into somebody and not care probably.
Or even just Rock Slide. I mean, it's super effective on both of these Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be able to either get a Terra out or maybe kill both of them.
Yeah.
Although with the room service, Lapras might underspeed Rhyperior, meaning it would be faster in Trick Room.
Ground Lapras could also come out, so that'd be the
Yeah,
other.
I think that'd be a good Terra. You know, you resist the rock and
Yeah, the Brave Bird and the body press and everything. So yeah, if it's coming, looks like it's coming out.
and that's going to do a lot to this Rhyperior as well, being quad effective. Let's see what we get.
I think you have to normal Terra the Rhyperior though.
Okay, it does.
Yeah,
So
you have
likely
to.
making it through the turn.
Yeah.
Although it is pretty frail on the special side and getting double into with special attacks.
Yeah,
It's gonna
still,
sting for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It should at least be able to attack before the Volcarona though. That's at least the one
Definitely,
thing. So
definitely.
unless it kills itself with double edge, I think it has to double edge this turn. It's probably got a double edge to the Lapras,
We'll see.
and hopefully Corv can make another turn. And oh, there's the Rock
You see the
Slide.
Rock
Yeah,
Slide,
okay, yeah,
so
that's smart.
That's gonna be it for Volcarona.
Slower than the Lapras. That's crazy.
Yeah, wow. Rhyperior is very slow though, so
Yeah.
let's see what we get. I think we saw Muddy Water. Okay, we do hit both targets, so Corviknight not going to be able to act, and a crit.
Critical
Oh, that might be
hit.
big.
Oh, it's a crit.
So yeah, all in all, could have been a lot worse for
Yeah.
Shellshock there.
Yeah.
Gonna need to lean on this Lapras to finish the game though.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, this Psychic Terrain's up, so you don't have to worry about Fake Out. Mousehold doesn't take as much. Mousehold can hit the Rhyperior a little nicer, I guess, but
Yeah.
but you're in that, you have to kill, you're in the weird spot where you're Mousehold versus
Scrafty,
Scrafty again,
yeah.
so
I
it's
think-
like, yeah, you
yeah.
you think you have to focus on Scrafty at this point, which sucks, but I guess you're not taking a ton of, your Lapras is still pretty tanky, so that's nice. You're not taking super effective from either of these guys, and it hurt. It's taking damage, though, that's for sure. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But
Going double protect here to stall out that Trick Room, which you hate to do because of the room service, but I think that's probably the better play.
yeah,
You
well,
know,
especially if he's still slower or still
right, still
faster than
Yep.
yeah. So yeah, that's so crazy. But weird interaction for sure. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I guess you can send Mousehold attacks maybe into Rhyperior,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
yeah, but you have to get rid of that that Scrafty though if you want to win with Mousehold. Tough
So we
turn.
see double edge and close combat.
Yeah.
Just going big moves.
Yeah, Mousehold got nerfed too. He got intimidated, so yeah.
Yeah.
he can't, yeah. He's not even hitting as hard.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if a Pop Bomb can take out this Rhyperior. I think that might be what he has to go for.
Yeah. You might just Muddy Water. But you miss. I don't know. This is a tough turn. Because, yeah, you either single target, you just get the damage. The Scrafty probably can't kill the Lapras in one shot.
No, I don't think so. Certainly not with the Terra.
Yeah. Your mouse holds full HP, so I guess you can take a pop bomb. Like but see what happens. I think he clicked Muddy Water, but I'm not for sure. He might have clicked Freeze Dry actually, because I think that's what he
It's
selected.
gonna be close. 7, 8, 9.
Does a 1 HP make?
Oh,
we got
it does
it.
get it. All right.
Oh, okay.
That's huge.
Alright, let's see. 10 shot. No lucky crits or anything. Just all
Yep.
had the 2-hitter earlier with the wide one still on.
Wow,
Dang,
that's doing
lived it pretty
nothing.
good. Lived it really good.
And then yeah, you get the defenses dropped. Might take a lot of damage here. Well over half, so man.
And the accuracy drop.
Yeah.
It's about to be game over.
Oh, and that's his last Pokemon. I didn't even
Yeah.
realize. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so it's looking like Pop Bomb's gonna take this Scrafty out. Big game 5 coming up. Okay, got it. So yeah, we're seeing a close one here, going the distance. And it's so interesting. Every game has had like some kind of not like a big noticeable swing, but just kind of starts off in favor of one person and goes the other person's way. Just kind of navigating the first few turns. See what music we get. Big music pick.
I'm a fan of it's either Penny or like the Star. Oh, if I see it, I would know what it is, but I can never remember.
I like. See, I don't have all this new music. From,
Yeah, Joe's got all the other stuff for sure.
From Blueberry Academy or whatever, but
Yeah.
I played with the Legends of Ruin
Yeah.
song. Okay, let's see what we get here.
Game 6. Big game 6.
Oh yeah,
So
and yeah, just as you said, going all the way here, pretty much.
might be a full distance, but I think Ethan made a good adjustments last game. I think Matt didn't like try anything like too crazy, but it honestly seemed like kind of almost like game 1 in that last game where they both were like, okay, I got to bring my strong stuff and maybe do it out. So I don't know.
Yeah, Lapras putting in a lot of work.
Lapras
that
did
game
do major work.
after being a little underwhelming in its first appearance.
Yeah. It's crazy how much of a difference the ground terror makes on it too and stuff like that. Just being able to like resist its weakness and then I don't know, just be able to take hits that it wouldn't normally want to take. So yeah, definitely becomes a pretty good Pokemon with the Terra. But it's got to get to that point. That's the problem with the Pokemon like that. You got to get just to the right in game or right where it's like, okay, this is perfect. I don't have any more super effective moves and
win condition or whatever.
yeah, exactly. So sometimes that's easy to get to, and sometimes definitely not. So, but DD Core, same lead.
And same lead from Shellshock as well. So both feeling pretty comfortable there, and I think both played a pretty good game last time. So I think that's a good choice.
Yeah. Psychic Seed value, maybe.
Oh, it is special defense. I thought at the start it was physical. I don't know why.
That was one thing I was kind of questioning with the like. Obviously, body press is still like decent on Corviknight and stuff, but not having bulk up or like coaching or anything. I feel like the body press value is like a little bit worse, but it's still a tanky Pokemon. It's still got good defense. So.
Well, and yeah, you're able to live these fiery dances. I think that's pretty huge.
And that's where that does matter a lot more. You're just. Like, well, like, the thing is, I mean, Psychic Seed Corv is, like, good anyways, but normally people just try to, like, boost its stats up like crazy. They're running bulk up, like I said, or coaching with it. But, yeah, no, it don't matter. But that's where, like, Matty could have ran away with having bulk up on this thing, trying to double protect turns and all that stuff. So, yeah, the Corv could have been, like, really massive this game, potentially, but...
Well, and I guess this is a little less relevant, but I'm curious if Corviknight gets acrobatics. I mean, I guess probably not, but you wouldn't have to take the recoil damage.
I feel like people would use it, but I don't see why it shouldn't or why it wouldn't. Like, yeah.
I guess it's big and slow. I don't know.
Yeah, but still, it's a bird. Like, who cares?
We see the Dark Terra coming out.
Yeah.
Terra early. He's been saving it most games.
Yeah. Maybe scared of just well, kill the Indeedee.
Oh,
well, it's Focus Sash. It doesn't matter. So,
right, but I don't know. Maybe you struggle bug here.
Yeah, I guess maybe he's worried about just getting Shellshock. If he gets Shellshock, then yeah, that was a.
Do you get the special attack boost?
Yeah, I guess maybe you live, but you're Focus Sash too. That was kind of a weird turn because even if he Brave Birds you, like you're okay because you're living, but now your body press weak. I don't know. That was an interesting Dark type Terra. We'll see if he makes a good use out of it or not.
Other than that, good play though, calling the Tailwind with the Corv.
Yeah, I'm trashing, but yeah, Ethan's kind of in the lead right now. He got the kill and the Tailwind set up and everything, but Ethan's got the lead technically right now. So I mean, but
very very strong position for Matty, definitely.
Yeah, but Matt's now kind of seeing what he can deliver this upcoming turn with the speed.
Good play though not to protect last turn, because now you can avoid the Rock Slide here, and yeah, he's pretty much forced to double into the Mienshao.
Yeah, Matt calls the close combat into the. Yeah, I think you just. Yeah, you probably just close combat into the Scrafty and hope the Scrafty misplays or.
No Terra, so.
Rapered into the Mienshao, it's living, so Rock Slide could finish it up. That's the thing.
You wouldn't body press there though.
Maybe predicting the switch. Or like I said, if it Rock Slides, I mean he's probably I see Rock Slide still cleans it up. It's it's a little riskier, I guess, but it's I like the play. I like it. So.
And did we see if Mienshao outsped the Scrafty? I guess it
no, the Scrafty outsped it there, so which is a little surprising. I mean, not a little surprising, but yeah. Ethan's kind of in a weird spot because he's got the Lapras with room service and not no trick room set up right now. Tailwind on Matt's side, so.
Yeah, and that's the struggle. You know, we saw how strong Lapras can be if it gets in that position, but now you're up against Tailwind and it's just not going to be doing much at all.
And another thing, if Ground Terra Lapras came out, it wouldn't really care about these guys too much, but blew it on the Mienshao early, and Mienshao's gone, so yeah, no, Ethan's gonna have to play really hard to get out of this game, I'd say, but it's possible it's possible he could find an out and whatnot.
Definitely,
it's just Matt's got a lot better options though. Anytime he's got this Scrafty and Mousehold like in the same field right now, it's just like Matt's just got so much value. It's insane because the Mousehold just has to attack the other guy, like or use follow me. Yeah,
which I think that's what we'll see, and I think it's going to be a great play. Thanks to the special attack boost earlier, Volcarona may be able to take out this Corviknight.
Yeah,
and avoid taking damage. Right. With that Brave Bird. We'll see what the Rock Slide does.
2/3.
Oh, just opt for the OCC. Okay.
No, we can't Terra, so I guess that's not horribly, but you're leaving the strong guy out though.
Right.
I mean, Volcarona's the killer potentially. So
I guess maybe with Friend Guard still active, Rock Slide might not KO.
Yeah.
So just opting to take that and maybe get a 1v1 late. Although this Volcarona's getting really scary.
No boost on the on Fiery Dance there. So I think it's no special attack Volcarona, and then +1 on the special D. Duraludon comes out. Lapras coming out. Probably still one more turn of Tailwind if I had to guess. Maybe he's about to check. One more turn, so
okay.
you could stall it out. You can maybe make a play with the Lapras, but you probably just double protect and play the turn really safe. And the Duraludon, I mean, yeah, they can just double Rock Slide you, so I guess you probably just wait it out. And
Yeah, definitely. And once this Tailwind's gone, Volcarona kind of gets to do whatever it wants.
yeah, it can probably one-shot the Duraludon if I had to. Maybe not with Eviolite. It's hard to say.
I think it might be able to Scrafty, but I would bet probably not Duraludon.
Yeah. And then it's just, I guess it depends if Lapras can do it, which it probably could with Freeze Dry. Body Press could do some work, but
We get
I
a
don't
Terra
know.
here
Yep.
into poison the cat.
Not really resisted. Scared of the Giga Drain, maybe.
Right,
but I
Giga
think
Drain
it's
or Struggle Bug.
Yeah, but
So yeah, that's either the second or third time that Shellshock has gone for a double protect, and Matty uses his Terra, and I think that's
yeah,
good information gathering.
yeah. I don't know if it really making the difference at this point, Game 6, but
Right.
but yeah, no. Who knows? We'll see what happens with this, but yeah, it's
At the very least, it makes your next turn, you don't have to play that guessing game.
yeah,
You get to say, okay, this is a poison type.
yeah.
I can
We're doing
act
this,
accordingly.
yeah, for sure.
So who are we going to target with this Fiery Dance? I think it's tough. Either way, you're probably taking a Rock Slide unless it misses.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't know who technically does more damage. That's I guess the other part. You're probably investing more defensive stats in the Duraludon, so maybe you try to kill the Scrafty, but
Right, and because of its moveset, it might not even have... if it does have investment, it wouldn't be physical. It would
yeah,
probably be special.
yeah. So maybe double into the Scrafty's the play. We're just doing that. Yeah, one
Okay,
shot.
Wow.
One shot. Oh, I keep doing the wrong one. It's alright, but that's an Oko. So, Ethan looking alright. If you can get a... We'll see what happens to the Volcarona. The Volcarona lives.
No.
That's how the game recognizes game. He's like, we got you. We're going to
Yeah.
make the game close. Make it go Game 7, potentially. I think... Is Matt got one more? Oh, nope. It's just Duraludon. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we might be going Game 7, so... It's definitely the typical Rock Slide
Yeah, right.
bullshit, you know. I
Even
mean,
if he lives this, it's going to take a lot to take
Yeah.
out that Lapras. Although... Well, there you have
Oh,
it. There you have
dude, the
it.
Volcarona's too good. It's so fast, man. Holy cow. That's funny. Volcarona clutching up one way or another. We're going to Game 7, folks. Man, I mean, I think, I don't think any person played necessarily bad there. Duraludon's definitely just not getting the value that I think Matt necessarily wants to get with it, but
Yeah, the Rock Slides were real unfortunate. I think if he hit either
Yes,
one, he
yes.
might have that. 'Cause
Yes, it would've
you've
been-
got the Body Press and the Draco.
yeah,
so.
it come down to the wire match there instead of yeah, but
We love Rock Slide.
yep, it's a great move. Any of the missing moves, but yeah, we're going to Game 7 with these guys. It's should be interesting. I figured it was gonna go to the distance. I mean, these guys always play really well thought out matches, very stuff like I don't know. I mean, like I said, they're not necessarily overreading each other. They're playing a very safe game whenever they're playing each other. They don't want to overcommit, which is fine. It's I think whoever would make those plays to read a little bit more would definitely take a little bit more advantage, and that's why we're at a Game 7 right now. But both of these guys playing really good. I mean, nothing to complain about. Lots of different leads, sticking with their guns, all that stuff, going the full game. So this is for the Cup Season 8 Cup finalist champion Yep, went through the gauntlet. And Ethan looking for a sleeves Volcarona leave, which he did the last 2 games. Lapras and Mousehold in the back. So leaving the other Meows in the back, we don't like those guys. But then Matt, I think Matt definitely needs to... I think he needs to invest into the Rhyperior Armarouge again. Armarouge hasn't done anything too crazy this set. The Rhyperior's been good. Probably a Rhyperior, Corviknight, Scrafty. You might not even bring Indeedee. Like, he's not bringing Meowstic, so I mean, Indeedee's obviously getting more value, but you might just not even care about Indeedee this game. Especially since he's brought Volcarona the last 2, and you just say, okay, whatever. So, we'll see what happens, but the final match of the Cup. We'll see who takes the crown and makes it onto the Hall of Fame for Season 8. So, very, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see who we get.
It's, I think it's the same lead for Matt. I think it's the same lead for same lead for Ethan too. So,
all right,
both of these guys saying, let's bring our strongest guys out, stick with what we got. I was hoping he'd maybe not bring Indeedee, just to say screw the Psychic Seed stuff, all that stuff. Making the Volcarona, I guess you're not worried about killing the Volcarona with a special move,
right.
but still, just like making it where it's like you don't have an item, like
especially because he hasn't been using Armarouge too much. Everybody else is hitting physically, so
yeah, that's what I was saying too. Where I think it just needs to. I think Matt better off bringing Rhyperior versus Armarouge, but both of them have been doing good. But I think Rhyperior's definitely been the better option for the team.
It's interesting we actually saw neither last game. So.
Exactly, I think that adjustment's very important right now. But
let's see what we get.
Yeah, doesn't care about wide guard, but it's the Shellshock. I keep forgetting about that. The Shellshock,
right.
and
you do have the hyper voice, but that's not doing much at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Indeedee definitely one-shots the sleeves, but it's living Focus Sash, so I mean, that's one thing, but...
So looking at a double into the Corviknight, trying to prevent that
Knockout. Yeah, Knockout not doing a ton, obviously, because of the item being consumed, but Brave Bird into somebody, into Volcarona, one-shot,
wow.
Okay.
That's huge.
Might Flame Body, the recoil still might take the kill anyway, so... It's 1-for-1, but if Indeedee has a Trick Room, if it Trick Rooms, that's okay because he's got Lapras in the back. So this could still be like an alright play out for Ethan, even though Matty's getting the Trick Room set up. There it is. So likely, probably Armarouge or Rhyperior in the back for Matt.
Yeah,
I think you send Lapras out. Yeah, I think you need Lapras out.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, it was 1-for-1, but that was a big one for Corviknight. You know, Corviknight's been great, but I think Volcarona's really kind of carried some of these victories.
Yeah.
And having that out means once again it's up to Lapras.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess the good thing with Lapras, I mean, it's decently type effective into a lot of Matt's Pokemon, so it's not horrible. Like I said, Matt almost has to just blow normal Terra now on Rhyperior when he's facing this Lapras. It's too scary to do. I mean, the close combat.
Right. This is a big scary turn. You have to take out that Mien Shower. You're gonna die.
Yeah, and it's gonna live the Psyshock with the Focus Sash, so
right.
it's a pretty tricky turn. Matt should consider protecting, doing something. It depends if Ethan's gonna read into that and try to attack or maybe protect as well. Maybe even try to go for a different swap. I think
you do have options though for Matty. You've got Follow Me and you could double it and stuff.
For sure. Yeah, I think Terraring, Muddy Water's obviously your safe option.
Option not to Terra.
That's a little. I'm a little scared for that just because Rock Slide's very likely to come out. Just in case if because he could just double and hopefully he kills the Minchow. If he doesn't, then it's like darn. But
although, you know, with the potential of Wide Guard, maybe he's not concerned about the Rock Slide.
Yeah. I think if Ethan had tried to use Wide Guard at least once or twice throughout the set, maybe, but it's the last game, so maybe he use it. Yeah, he use it. But
the no mix-up.
Yeah,
right.
I think it would have been a little more value, some double edge into the
Lapras does
one shot,
it.
dang,
Wow.
dang. 1 times 1 point times 2 or whatever with Reckless. I mean, It does. That's doing a lot of damage. So
We'll see what happens here.
close combat.
Combat into the... Oh, it was follow me, wasn't it?
I didn't see, but probably because I
Okay.
think he did do right period. I think he was doing it,
Right.
doubling into right period or whatever. But,
Well, yeah, and that's the only way Indeed would have not moved
yeah.
before me and Chow there. So, good play. Good play by Matty.
Still in the trick room right now. Both really quick Pokemon. Has the Focus Sash up on the Min Chow. If Scrafty's in the back, I think it's definitely GG.
Right. We'll see.
Yeah, Indeedee probably can just Psyshock somebody and then Rock Slide. I think Matty's definitely potentially in the chance to take this one for sure.
We'll see. It's happened plenty of times where, we felt, oh, this is surely going one way, and then just goes the other.
Yeah, he could Rock Slide or High Horsepower Miss or anything like that. So, but
Opting for a double protect
and
this turn.
Yeah, maybe in some well thought out protects and stalling out some turns could definitely make Ethan get swung back into play. We'll see what happens. Is Ethan's on his last 2, correct?
Yes.
Yes, and then I think Matt has 3 still. I think he's still got one more.
He's
in the
got
back.
one in the back.
Yep. So 2v3.
So we see high horsepower and hyper voice.
Just trying to do damage.
Right. Let's see if we get a wide.
Yeah, wide guard could be very good value this turn. And see, that's where it could play a big factor of just making the difference. Matt not thinking about it and just I'm gonna hit my 2 spread moves and
Right.
but he wants to do damage.
Man, indeed, he literally has 1 HP.
I guess you follow me. I think you just follow me. See, you're still slow though. That's the only problem. But I guess if you ghost and he
Right.
hyper voices, then you're a little happier. This is a tough turn or double edges. I think you're safer almost going follow me Ghost Era. This is a tough turn.
We'll see.
Yeah, this is really tough.
The fear with that is just goes to high horsepower and then it was all for nothing.
Yeah, I think you're almost at that point though. That's kind of the thing.
Right.
You're not trying to make a crazy hard read, but you have to do something almost really insane. But yep, and see what Indeedee does. Because Indeedee Psyshocks it. It's Psyshocks. Yeah, if you followed me, it could have made a difference because he could have maybe lived and then Min Chow would have killed one of them and then at least it extended the turn, maybe another one. But man, let's see if all 10. There's a crit, first one of the night, baby. Let's go. Boom! It's a crit, baby. Did it do it? Oh, it did it too.
Crit mattered.
I think it was 9 or 10. Oh, crit had to matter.
No.
Dude. Oh, so, okay, it didn't matter.
No
Didn't
way.
matter, folks. But yeah, I think
So,
yeah,
Okay,
but there's
yeah.
the threat himself. Mohawk Tua. I hear some Johnery in the back.
Yep, they're already
Yeah, I don't know if Ethan's gonna forfeit or if they're calling it, but yeah, I think Ethan's throwing in the towel at this point. Maybe get the kill on the Indeedee, secure the differential.
right.
But
Differential, really big in our league.
yeah, he can knock off. Knock off. Oh man.
He's gonna stall him, dude.
Yeah, knockoff should kill the Mousehold, I would assume, but
Or at least knockoff plus Psyshock.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
yeah, something. I think the Mousehold would kill the Indeedee, but yeah, two moves should kill this thing, and Mousehold shouldn't be able to kill the other guy. So, yep, I think that's GG. It was a pretty good set.
That was a great
both
set,
both
yeah.
guys playing very clean and very smart. Just a very I don't know, not even an overly amount of hacks. Like both players had 1 or 2 misses,
Right.
and that was it too. So that was even kind of nice. No crazy. Neither person was really running status secondary status moves. So no random burns or that kind of
Right.
shit. He was getting a lot of Fiery Dance boosts, but that's Fiery Dance. So I mean that was just a very clean, normal set of Pokemon. I'd say
Oh wow, one shot. That's it.
Yep, GG. So, we have the two-time Matty
Yeah,
Ice.
wow, the first time.
Yeah, we have the two-time Matty Ice taking the Dubski over Shellshock. Very congratulations to Matt. I think we're gonna get him in for an interview. Potentially both of the guys in here, just kind of talk about their thoughts and think about what their thought processes on a lot of stuff.
Ask everything again.
All right.
Is it
Well,
working now?
we're back now, and like I
Has it
said,
been like that the whole
right over
time?
here we have our
I was gonna
season
say.
8 Cup champion Matty Ice. I was just congratulating them and telling them they had a very good set, very normal, nothing like too crazy overly hacks or whatever. Ethan was just saying right period was a little bit more of a problem with him and whatnot, which I was saying Matty always finds a good way to, even in like quad X weaknesses and all that stuff, he still just throws right period out there and just makes them work.
Well, yeah,
but
Terra normal double.
I love-
yeah,
the Terra
and the
fucking
Terra
nice.
normal was super
Yeah.
good
That's
because
pretty
it
nice,
resisted
dude.
your moves. And
Yeah.
Matt, what about you? Anything that
Well, yeah, I knew if I had Rapirier, I would have to Terra it, which left Corviknight kind of open for the fiery dances. But then I realized it wasn't Oko, and so I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just gonna let Corv take this and then keep the Terra in the back. So, but Lapras was definitely. I actually didn't think you'd bring Lapras, which was crazy.
Really?
I mean, it
That's
does well
great.
against my team, but you didn't
Yeah,
bring it
yeah.
the first time. I thought
Yeah.
you'd bring a Ghost. Was the thing. I thought you'd bring a
You
Ghost,
thought
but
I
then,
switched to Chandelure?
but yeah,
I was
mean,
thinking about it
yeah,
like 2
but-
hours ago.
but no,
I
I think-
switched to Chandelure, and then I was like, if I put a sash on Mienshao, I was like, it's not atrocious.
you got it. I guess I was gonna. What was the dark Terra on Minchow like when you Terra dark? Like
The sixth.
Yeah, it was
game
like
or
game
whatever.
6,
So
yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason, I didn't think that. I mean, I knew Corv was bulky, but I didn't think that thing was that bulky.
Yeah.
So I thought that a Terra Dark knockoff and a Fiery Dance in that thing would Oko it.
Yeah.
I just assumed that thing. I was like, I mean, I would hope. And then game 7, I was in the exact same spot. I was like, maybe I don't need the Terra Dark.
Yeah.
the seed could have been the different, like since the
Yeah.
seed was consumed. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if
fair.
you had to
Yeah.
actually hit the item off,
Right.
it might have been a.
That's
Well,
true.
I thought I threw because I didn't Terra it Dragon. I thought I threw. I was like, this thing could just eat a
That-
fiery dance. But
That was another thing because I was like, man, there's some times where I'm like, man, I was expecting Dragon Corviknight,
yeah, I never pulled it. Never
yeah,
pulled it.
Yeah, I
dude,
was gonna
yeah.
say, I was like, I was assuming you just Terra Dragon at one
Yeah.
point. I was like, fuck. he's
Well,
gonna-
yeah, I think with the knowledge that it wasn't going to ever one-shot, there was no need to.
Yeah.
But
I always wish I had Terrifier on that thing.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing, I was like, dude, I wish I had Terrifier,
Yeah.
Fiery Dance. That would have been so nice.
yeah,
Yeah, I realized Meowstick was a fucking
Dude,
that was
yeah.
stupid.
It was
Yeah.
so
That was
so
so
tough.
stupid.
So what did you replace? You put Protect instead of Dark Pulse, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Because I wanted it in longer, and then I'm like, why the fuck do I want it in longer?
Yeah.
All it has is expanding force on it.
Yeah.
Well, and then game 4, I caught you off guard. You set Tailwind, and I set
Yeah.
Trick Room.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that was a good play.
and I was like,
Good play.
it's so stupid. Like, there's no point in doing this
Well,
if I can't kill
Lapras,
anything.
Lapras though. Did you have Lapras again? Because
Maybe.
the
I
room
don't
service on
remember.
that thing was nice, but I
Service
think
The right period was still slower than
Did
the
it?
Lapras
That's
with room
crazy.
service. Yeah, that's why I was
That's
like, wow.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
So-
All I did was under speed creep Armor Rouge. So
Okay.
so I was
Yeah.
1 speed slower than Armor
Yeah.
Rouge.
Which wasn't even, you didn't even use Armor
Well, dude,
Rouge
I
at
just
that
because
time.
like Meowscarl walled it pretty. I mean, kind of. It kind of walls it unless I get the
Yeah,
trick
screw
from it.
a lot of walls.
Well, I mean-
Armor Cannon.
I mean, that's
It,
fair.
it
enough.
definitely creates 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And then-
died there.
And then with the Lapras, I was like, I don't think I can bring this thing, so I just didn't bring it as much. But
Yeah.
alright, Dang, 7 games. I'm glad we went 7. I'm glad we went
Yeah,
7.
that was fun.
sick.
That was fun.
That
You were about to close out 3-1. I was like, no.
Yes, sir. No, you
Yeah.
came back, dude.
Well, it's funny that the last 3 games were all the same lead. I was like, how the
Yeah.
fuck is this gonna
Yeah,
play
you both
out?
kept doing it. Yeah.
Oh, you did the same league too? Oh, that's right. The Volcarona.
It was Volcarona and
Sleeves,
Shell
yeah.
Yeah.
for the last
Volcarona was a
3
good league.
games.
Yeah.
I liked well, dude, I never used Struggle Bug.
That's
Because
right.
That was
you always,
something,
you
yeah.
The
always,
Corviknight, dude.
you
The
always had
Corviknight.
Corv. And
I
I
didn't
was
think
like,
you would bring that with Corviknight.
yeah, you always had
Yeah.
Corv, and I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to bring, like, you know, Indeedee armorers. And
Yeah.
I was like, if that shit happens.
I think I did
then-
1 game, but
Yeah, I did not lead with Volk that
Yeah.
game, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
that was fun.
No.
It was fun.
Jared, you got any?
So yeah, just basically we've seen some 2-time champions, but until now there's been no 2-time cup winners. So
Matter
congrats
of fact,
and
two-time cup
well
Sir.
played,
Yes, sir.
Shellshock.
Thank you, thank you.
Maybe next year.
Kind of
Hopefully I'm not in
Yeah, we're not in
Yeah,
the
you're like, you're not
We're
this
in
one.
the next year.
Yeah, hopefully I'm in playoffs next year.
Facts. But yeah, no. You guys got any like final words or whatever? Anything like where you're like, yeah, no.
Nah, I thought it was a
Alright.
great set. Great
Yeah.
set, man.
I'm glad that Mouse sold hit pop bomb most of all the time.
Here, I got one
That was
more.
kinda nice.
Who do you guys have for the finals? Who are you picking for the finals? I know, putting you on the spot right now.
I
Finals
got
and
Anthony.
hey, and the set count. Set count. Who's your winner?
Okay, that's crazy. Second
I'll
that's
say
crazy.
this.
Set
I'll say
count.
this.
Who's your winner?
I'll say this. I think it's either going to be Adrian or Shrug. That's what
There you go.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Goodbye, you guys.
I can agree with that. honestly.
What do you got? A set count. And
Adrian and 6. That's all I gotta
Adrian
say.
and 6,
That's all I gotta
okay. I think I'm putting my money. You know, I think I might take that one too. I think I'll take Adrian in 6. So
I got Lakers in 5.
here's a 5.
Bucks in 6, baby.
Yeah.
Bucks in 6.
So, all right. That is the Cup finals. We are going to be doing the actual season 8 champ finals probably like within the next 10-15 minutes or so. So there'll probably be like a little bit of an intermission, and then
I didn't do much either.
we'll get that going.
Nervous, bro.
Uh,
Tommy was a Romo.
I think it's Spencer and Cyber.
Yeah, Spencer
and Cyber commentating next match.
Yep.
So that'll be cool. Yeah, Adrian and Shrug, Ulico and Shrug, both very good players. Adrian on the come up and Shrug a veteran.
Yeah, Shrug could be 2-time.
Yeah,
Another 2-time versus maybe first-time champion.
So yeah, I mean, get excited, go take a piss, get a drink, get some food. It'll be a fun match. Yeah, and have a good one, everybody. decent.
Does this mean it's live?
Yeah.
It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, it is.
Stream live.
We're back.
Dude,
Gang.
We
who's
have
in here. Mal. That's it.
we got 4 viewers currently.
If they don't comment, they're not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a slight intermission. Just give us a few minutes here.
Can we turn off the camera, bro?
Yeah, we'll turn the camera off. Ethan requested
Spencer's a little
it,
shy.
but
Spencer's a little shy.
bye bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SBL Finals for Season 8. We've got two very strong competitors, two of our best and brightest minds. You know, Shrug had an incredible run at Peoria. Adrian, an incredible run at Louisville. They're not just good here, they're good everywhere. We've got a fun matchup. Could be Adrian's first ring, or could be Shrug's second. So stay tuned.
As the only two-timers, I mean, we may be welcoming a new member today. Or will Adrian join? Just the elusive club of getting a ring in the SBL League. So this will be an exciting match, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's quite a challenge, but somebody's going home with a ring tonight, so I am very excited to see what we've got at the table here. So let's take a look at the teams.
All right. I'm going to kick us off with Adrian's team. Adrian, as we all know, gave me the work last round to get himself here. So I think I know this team pretty well. We're starting off with Raging Bolt, obviously the star of his team. He's used it a lot of ways. Today we're seeing Terra Electric to really boost that offense. It's also pretty nice with Electro Web because it actually boosts the power in Electro Web because it's below 60 base power. So it's very interesting him focusing on that. No Dragon Pulse going with Draco. AV, a classic item. Okay, now we've got Moltres. Moltres is very classic. Wakan to play it safe, probably respecting that palm out from Shrug. We see Sunny Day. Now that's a pretty new bring. I don't think he brings that very often, but I'm curious how that's going to play out. Terra Fairy, Terra Blast, another tech bring. No flying stabs this week. For Alligator, we're seeing Life Orb, Sheer Force, very standard. Terragrass Trailblaze, a very classic tech he runs that also boosts that to 60 base power. So I'm crazy to see if it's going to do good. I think that's one of the sneaky MVPs of the team. It's probably the kill leader, I believe. It's a very respectable Pokemon. Whimsicott is really the glue of the team. Every lead against me used Whimsicott. He's really taken advantage of Whimsicott's speed control and presence with Encore, Tailwind. These are the moves he's used all season. This is what's gotten him here, really. Iron Tread's a relatively new member, but it's actually done a lot of work in his matches. Choppleberry, again, respecting Palmot. You can tell he really is worried about that. Terra Water, another good typing for it. And we also got High Horsepower, Heavy Slam, which is pretty good into some of the heavier Pokemon on his team. Or the lighter ones, my bad, on Shrug's team. And Rock Tomb for some potential speed control there. And then last one here, we got Muck with a Citrus Berry. Poison Touch, Poison Jab, Fire Punch, Haze Protect. Now, he brought Muck last time. It didn't play out super well, but I'm curious if he's going to use it more this time with a bigger set to get more advantage out of that Techmon.
Yeah, the Muck was honestly an interesting bring last time because it was not like a showstopper, but it honestly gave enough of a mix-up that it was working for a bit there. So I'm curious to see that too. So anyways, moving over to Shrugs, we have a Terragrass Primarina, and the big thing to highlight with the Primarina is obviously that throat spray. It's going to be setting itself up as we play. But also besides that, it's got some setup of its own with Calm Mind. And we saw Shrug use the Calm Mind earlier here, and it was amazing the last time he brought Calm Mind. And it's super good as well into the Raging Bolt because it just allows it to bulk up and take those Thunderbolts way better, especially if it Terragrass is almost impossible to kill. And then we move on to Dr. Cheeto Dust. Obviously, you've got the Gale Wings Tailwind, but a new and very interesting bring I'm excited to see is this Terra Stellar with the Expert Belt. Like, what an interesting bring.
I'm very interested in the damage output on that. I mean, that's probably something Adrian's not expecting, an offensive Terra on someone like that. So it could really end up doing a lot of damage in this matchup.
Yes, it's going to be super powerful. And then we move on to a fairly basic set with Grandma here. You've got the Dragon moves and the Terra Ground Earth power. And then Caesar, also just a good set, a solid set, but a little interesting here. He goes for the Swords Dance Terra Fire set. A very strong set, and he's got Bullet Punch and Knockoff. So Knockoff, obviously a very strong move here, getting rid of any items that he's going to struggle with. And then we move on to the Grand Bowl. The Grand Bowl with the AV, getting 4 moves, allowing it to run Snarl. You know, obviously good pressure there. He can lower physical and special attacks. And then our final Pokemon, our Sashmon, Thunderclapton. With Terra Electric, he can pack a punch with that Double Shock, or just close combat, as well as some great support with Fake Out and coaching. And you know Shrug loves his coaching.
Yeah, if I could highlight something to watch, it's going to be this Prim, because last time the Prim Calm Mind was a huge issue for Adrian, and I think we're seeing that it's going to be reliant on a bit of Haze from Muck, maybe some Encore. There's a few things Adrian has here, Sunny Day to weaken Hyper Voices potentially, but last time it was clear the Calm Mind was a huge issue. So it's going to be interesting how Adrian kind of comes across and goes against that tech.
Yeah, it is really interesting because Sunny Day and Encore both will help out a lot. I think really I'm most interested to see how Encore's played this set because there's a lot of moves Shrug would not want to be locked into. Basically on every Pokemon there's at least one, so I'm super curious to see how he'll play that. If it'll work out or put him in a precarious situation.
Yeah, and looks like our opponent, they're starting.
Yeah, looks like we are good to go, folks. Got our music going, and here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Cup Finals. We're moving to SBL Finals.
I mean, this is exciting, guys. Another ring. I mean, we play what 4 or 5 months of Pokemon for this day, pretty much. You know, we all want it, and these two are getting a shot at it. So yeah, this is an exciting time.
Very much so. And again, very, very fun match tonight because of the stakes out here. We've got Shrug being able to get his second ring, cementing himself as one of the best players in the league. Or Adrian finally getting that deserved ring. He's a very good player. He's good enough to have a ring, but will he be able to close it out tonight? We'll have to see.
Well, and something to really respect about Shrug's stats compared to me and Will have played every season. Shrug has taken break seasons, so the fact that he could really tie us up and reach that 2-ring threshold would be pretty impressive given, I believe, season 2 and season, 5 he didn't play. So multiple times he skipped seasons and he's about to reach this huge moment.
Yep, so that win percentage for finals is very high. And also, I don't know what his record in finals is. How many times has he...
He's only gone once. He's
Yeah.
1-0 currently. Adrian's 0-1, but we'll have to see if he changes it up today. And that
Yeah.
would be huge for him, because just getting a ring is pretty impressive, I would say.
Yeah, and bringing it back to that, obviously, I think there's been a trend among us, at least. The second finals, everybody comes back a lot stronger, and typically, it historically actually wins it. on
Unless
the second
you're,
one.
like Wallbats, Shrug, and Joe, I think, might be the only win their first finals.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Me,
So, Matt, you better get to our finals.
Yeah.
You learned.
yes, Matt, when Matt gets to finals, it's over. So, just good to know.
So, we're getting in here, so we're going to start with Sizzle and Duncan the Corma. Looks like Scott and Raging Bull. Pretty standard for me.
Yeah, obviously on Adrian's side here, we have a couple of nice speed control options we could throw out. I don't know if really Tailwind is necessary here. You're only pressured by the Palmon.
I'm curious. You saw in a lot of his prep he really respected Palmont, so I wondered like how much damage it really does to a lot of his team. Something super nice about Encore is it just prevents that Scizor from SDing freely. That's something Shrug has taken a ton of advantage of if you watch his games. He just SDs, says I don't need speed control, I'm just going to win with Bullet Punch. It's a really easy way to win because it's a broken Pokemon, and Encore has a lot of pressure, preventing him from just getting away with that freely.
We might honestly see a full push outright just to get some chip here, so we can get it the next turn, but we'll have to see.
Oh, goes right for a Moonblast.
Wow, big damage there. Bringing it to Sash.
No fake out from Palmont here either. Ooh, that was a great switch from Adrian. Calling that. Potential burn chance here as well.
Honestly, a very deep mind games going on here because,
He gets the burn.
Wow.
A huge play from Adrian. That's the end of Palmont.
Yep.
Doubles it though. A potential burn chance again.
Nope, I think we avoided it this time. Yeah, we avoided the burn on the Scizor at least. But yeah, an amazing turn for Adrian. It really can't go much better. We'll have to see here. Just adjusting the game volume real quick, folks. It's a little loud.
Okay.
But now we've got it lowered. Hopefully that's
Well, you guys
better.
don't want it loud?
We can turn it up. Have a fun time.
So, obviously, amazing turn from Adrian. I mean, seriously. He got rid of Palm on one turn, something Shrug was not anticipating, I hope, and given it had Sash. And obviously, Scizor got the knockoff off, but, I mean, Moltres is still here, and at the moment, Adrian has speed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's almost scary to attack the Moltres, I mean, a burn could come at any time, but obviously the Talonflame can avoid that due to it being fire type.
Flame Body is just an incredible hold when it comes to draft, because it's so many of your mons are likely to be physical and just have to really adjust, and there's not a ton of adjustments. Terra Fire Scizor is one of those prep ways you can actually avoid Flame Body, so
Yeah, and that's a super smart bring. It just has so many different applications. Obviously, Flame Body just one of the small reasons, honestly, just eliminating that 4X being the big one, but multi-rewarding play there.
We see a trade of Tailwinds there. And a bullet punch. Freeman just got down to Sash.
Wow. Yep, down to Sash. And yeah, I almost thought he'd do that the first turn, but yeah, the other play he went for honestly wasn't even bad, but Adrian just happened to read it.
Flamethrower. I assume just wanted to get some chip over there on Town Flame.
Yeah, because he could have, yeah, I guess, you know, he only has Terra Blast and Flamethrower. There's no Air Slash, so that was his best move. And he was a little worried about that Terra Fire.
Moltres actually cannot touch fire types very well with the set Adrian brought this week.
Yeah, it's Terra Fairy, Terra Blast for those who are not looking at the team sheet. So yes, it has no way to really touch either of these mons right here.
And I believe it actually forgo Heat Wave this week to respect Rainbow Gas, which is fair, but so he doesn't even have that spread option that I normally have. It's just Flamethrower. So we're gonna see Grandma.
Grandma switching. This is scary. Grandma is always a scary Pokemon to see.
So he does the Encore. Does Scizor switch it up here? This potentially lets Scizor waste a move into Moltres if he times this.
Punch just finishing off.
Finish it off. If you watch Shrug's games, I mean, Grandma's just been crazy. Reggie Drago's never been used in draft till this season, and it's really seriously been overlooked, I would say, is my take, because it's just been a menace. Like, the spread dragon is incredibly difficult to deal with. You've seen people kind of counterplay Shrug, and you've kind of seen Shrug counterplay back, I feel like, this season. It's like, in the middle of the season, he was really kind of struggling to get Grandma going, because people would bring a lot of Terra Fairy, Terra Steel, and he's kind of counter-adjusted to that. He's, like, relying on Terra Ground Earth Power. Really, it does a sizable amount of damage. I've seen him do a lot with that, so.
Yeah, surprisingly, well, that was the biggest weakness, right? Would be a Terra Steel or Terra Fairy, but the way he's built his team, you really can't go to either of those Terras safely. You're pressured either way, so the Pokemon has a really good position on this team.
And we're kind of seeing Adrian Star come in, Raging Bolt here. Now he's playing around with Terra Electric. Obviously, it gets rid of a lot of his weaknesses, just makes it a pure Terra Ground. And just pure ground weakness. Now, obviously, Earth Power is available on Regidrago, but not much else to just necessarily deal with the Raging Bull, which is difficult enough as it is.
Yes, and now we'll see what he goes for here. Yeah, we are going to see that Terra Electric, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Something super interesting is this Moltres set. Without Terra, it really does seem like it might be kind of limited offensively if he's relying on Terra Blast. In this situation, he can't hit Grandma very well either, so thought to make sure he keeps track of Moltres being productive in the matchup.
Yeah, it's honestly just going to be... It got its use this game because of the Flame Body. And wow, also, sorry to change points, the Thunderclap taking out the
huge
Scizor.
Thunderclap.
Very powerful.
Terra Electric just absolutely boosting the base power.
But yeah, going back to the Moltres, yeah, it's going to find its value. It's going to be very hard to get value here unless it can get Flame Bodies like it did this game. Its defensive pressure is obviously strong, but he may pivot away from it in the future.
Well, obviously the Sun may end up being very pivotal, the Sunny Day on it.
Yeah.
It's just interesting because relying on Terra Blast there, you know, it's not ideal. So here, I don't know if he'll keep playing into that. At the moment, it seems like he's in a pretty good position there. So.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Sun, you've got the boosted Terra Electric Thunderclaps. I mean, even though it's resisted into Regidrago here, I think
I'm sure it does
40 or 50
I'm
at
sure
least.
it does a good amount.
It's got to do at least 40 or 50. That Dragon Energy has already kind of been reduced to...
Well, even the Talonflame is pinched right now. It can't really attack if it's going to get Thunderclap. It's very difficult for it to maneuver in the situation.
Yeah, you kind of got to make a tough call if you're Shrug here. And, obviously, Forsberg, can't ignore him either. He's just going to be able to get a strong move off into either of these guys as well.
Seems like he's going to let him get the Dragon Energy out eventually. We'll have to see if Shrug uses just a support move to kind of dodge the Thunderclap. Okay, it does use a Will-O-Wisp. So
Yeah.
I think we might get a failed Thunderclap there. I'm not sure what he ended up thinking. Dragon Pulse, though.
Strong single target. Oh, Electro.
out here.
Oh, that will probably kill.
Yeah.
Yep. Honestly, a pretty smart play from Adrian there. Lowering the speed on Grandma. I don't know if we're going to outspeed it now with Raging Bolt.
I would Tailwind's petered out on both sides
Bolt.
now.
I think he took speed there against the Drago, and yeah, this is looking like the end of our game one.
He doesn't. I don't even know if he needs a Draco Meteor necessarily. I honestly think a Thunderbolt or just a raw electric move would do a sizable amount of damage.
And either way, it's good scouting information, you know, to get some of that information here if you're ahead in the game.
But he just Draco, plays it safe, gets the kill.
Yep. No shame in that. Obviously, getting a single game in finals can be tough.
Yeah.
So
Adrian getting some early momentum. Last finals against me, he got the first game too. He came up pretty strong this game. We saw, I think the Palmont situation really put Shrug behind the ball because it was clear he led Palmont with the initiative, and obviously the flame body and just the great switch by Adrian just took away a Mon and took away a lot of the strategy there. Because it's when you have that fast Mon that's gonna kind of lead the charge and you lose it suddenly when you're not expecting it, kind of really puts you back because you have your slower Mons, you're having trouble positioning the speed tiers you want properly, and then Adrian is Whimsicott there just giving his team support and speed advantage and just allowed him to kind of run the rest of that game.
yeah, and also we kind of talked about it a little bit where we think the Moltres may not be super strong here due to the Terra and some other things. So Adrian got to learn that while also getting a lot of value from it. So he may be able to pivot away, but also he didn't necessarily lose anything with it on the team last game.
Moltres' value is still very clear because it's got pressure on Scissor and it's got that flame body. But he also needs to take note. I mean, there's clearly some Mons it's going to struggle to hit. I think we saw when you're relying on just a raw Terra Blast and doing 20% to Reggie Drago, that shows there's a core. I mean, it's going to be the same for Prim as well, you know, just looking at the team sheets here. So it's going to be interesting if he kind of threw Moltres out, kind of saw, okay, wait, I'm going to struggle if I don't give it Terra for the Terra Blast. I'm going to kind of redo a different strategy because Shrug still needs to respect that flame body after what happened.
And it's going to be the same for Adrian here. You think it'll be the same lead for Shrug, or how do you think his lead will adjust?
I think he is inclined to mix it up. I'm not sure. He has a lot of variations, obviously. We didn't see Talonflame lead. It's kind of interesting because you want to kind of lead it, you think, because assumedly Talonflame matches up well in the Whims right off lead. I mean, it's faster, it's flying, you know. They're both kind of Prankster, just Gale Wings versus Prankster, you know. But it'll be interesting if Shrug's not trying to take that one-on-one with the fast Tailwind mode and trading, because there it seemed like trading Tailwind was not to Shrug's advantage necessarily.
Yeah, I think his team is like slightly slower across the board. So besides like Palmont and Drago, most of them are just going to be slower regardless.
Which might be no Talonflame. He's going to kind of try and get, you know, it's tough because he really wants those STs with Scizor, but with Encore, he can't really get those off.
Yeah, something you could do, and he might be doing it this game, is having Palma in the back for that fake out, maybe to stall a turn of Tailwind if he gives it up. But obviously we see Talonflame here.
And I honestly think I really like Grand Bolt into, you know, Raging Bolt. I think we need to figure out if Grand Bull's going to be able to utilize this AV properly and actually kind of sponge the damage, which what I assume is Shrug's plan here, because, you know, Raging Bolt's only going to be able to hit it with, like, a, you know, Thunderclap, potentially, and it's not going to be able to hit it with a Dragon move, so it'll be curious if maybe, you know, he can kind of sponge some hits and get some solid damage off with Grandpa.
Well, you have a, yeah, I mean, with that, him being there and sponging, you have a pretty clear move choice here. You could do Snarl and the Brave Bird and get
very
a
much
lot of value. Yeah. Adrian's probably considering that for a potential swap.
Seems like Muck's coming in now. Obviously, this is another benefit to Muck. He actually matched up pretty well into Grandpa. You know, Poison type and the Fairy type. Be curious how he wants to play this. If Shrug's gonna retreat Grandpa for this turn.
Yeah, it really doesn't do anything to the Muck. The Muck completely walls it. Obviously, Muck does not like Talonflame because that Will-O-Wisp. That will be very much not his favorite Pokemon. But he may not care about getting burned. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, so this is a pretty interesting turn. You know, Shrug got the Sash break, and they traded Tailwinds, so that's pretty good, because this Whimsicott's a huge issue now. Whims kind of has to play a little defensive around Talonflame, and obviously this Muck has an advantage on Grandpa, so we're going to see if Shrug's going to, you know, switch out, if Adrian's going to call potentially a switch, you know, how they're going to play this.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like you have kind of a free Brave Bird here. Well, I guess you have the 50-50, right? You either call the Protect and Brave, you can Brave Bird. It's kind of a 50-50 on the Protect read, whichever one you want to call. You can Whisper Brave Bird here for Shrug. Adrian has a lot of plays here.
Well, and there's also, you know, maybe Adrian's going to try and break Gale Wings this turn and give Whims that advantage back, because obviously Gale Wings is not a permanent ability. If it loses some damage, if it's not full health, it won't get that priority, and Whims could now Encore.
Well, a really good call from Shrug to go for the Wisp. He called the Protect perfectly. And
breaks
now that
Gale
jab,
Wings.
that jab did nothing now.
And we see a Rock Slide, potentially maybe just fishing for Moltres, you know. It's not a bad move just to throw out. I mean, obviously you have a flinch chance, but just a good move. And honestly, I kind of like it because it makes Adrian kind of have to respect that now. Adrian can't just switch in Moltres whenever, because we saw he was very aggressive with Moltres switch in game 1. So now Shrug saying, hey, I have Rock Slides, so you might want to respect the fact that I could just throw that out whenever.
Yeah, that's true. Because even if he doesn't do it, obviously now he's scared to. He won't be able to pivot as freely, especially since he did in fact bring it this game. So
Well, no.
it did.
Yeah.
That is very true.
I actually think that's probably a big reason why Grandpa came, was probably that Rock Slide. If he's really interested about Moltres into some of his mobs.
Maybe we're seeing a switch out. Do you think we're seeing a switch out because of
So he's calling the Encore.
Yeah, that is a good switch out. Shrug.
Matt does not
Man.
do that much.
And it
Gets a poison though.
That is a big poison, especially since we're kind of in the battle of bulks here. That poison could be huge.
Huge chunk of Whims. Does tank it pretty well though. We see it ends up doing half of that turn, the poison jab plus a poison hit.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be seeing kind of a slow burn here. But, Grandma is a big threat. He may want to Terra.
Grandma's not.
Grandma.
I mean, he has to respect Whimsicott just Moonblast it, you know?
Yeah.
Adrian showed he was willing to be very aggressive game 1 into a Moonblast and Palmont, so I think if I were Shrug to ask me in the top of my head that he's really not afraid just to attack with Whims, you know? So, Shrug needs to very much respect that option here.
Yeah, but will he? And he does. He does go for the protect, yep. So yeah, Shrug playing safe around the Whimsicott, and rightly so. And even so, he could be scouting, and maybe he'll Terra next turn, and he knows what to do now.
Your poison dab should live. If it's in poison damage or not will be pretty interesting to see if this turn gets the kill on Whimsicott. It's going to be huge because Talonflame is still alive, so there's late game Tailwind avenues for Shrug that are very relevant to this game. And Grandpa lives on 1. The poison damage does not do it.
Yeah, it's not going to do enough. Now, he is the slowest, so you can at least avoid him. Like, you can get both of your moves off here with him, and then he'll die.
Honestly, it may have been better if Grandpa died, because then Shrug could have gotten that Tailwind for Spring, just free switch in there. Gonna be pretty interesting. Now, this speed matchup's also interesting. We don't know if Moltres is faster than Reggie Drago.
And this is an interesting Terra Blast.
Going for the Terra Blast.
Yeah, now this is definitely why he brought it. He wants to be able to pressure this thing in multiple ways, not just rely on his support mon to be able to pressure one of the biggest threats in Shrug's team.
I'm curious, and also Muck is getting very close to Citrus. I wonder if Shrug's maybe gonna try and just kill them if Reggie Drago's capable of doing that and just kind of eliminate that before the Citrus goes off due to the burn over time.
It should. I would think it would kill from this range. Honestly, it's almost the perfect, the lowest it can be without the Citrus.
That's what he switches out, potentially calling the Terra Blast Fairy here. We'll have to see Truck's return. Now, we did not see Truck's game 1. Obviously, I mean, probably been the star of the team. So.
Well, honestly though, one thing we might see the poison jab into that slot still. We might, because Adrian may just lose the Bramble to have it die by the poison.
Yeah, for sure.
It won't do that much still. I think the Prim would, from both of these moves, it's probably going to live with around 40% each, right? I would think. We'll see.
Well, it's pretty safe from Adrian 2 poison jab, so maybe he's kind of sacking the Prim and saying, I'm just going to win with Reggie Drago this endgame. We don't even know how much the Fire Punch is actually.
No, he did not want to take any damage from Grandpa there. So down he goes, and the Shrug send in here. We can get some Tailwind in the game, or we can just bring in the Drago.
Looks like that Muck does not get the Citrus still, so there's still some potential there from Shrug if he wants to potentially eliminate it before it gets that extra health.
I don't think he has a way to eliminate it anymore.
Well, I have no idea what the Terra Stellar Talonflame calcs.
That's the option, right? That's the only option is if he goes for a Brave Bird, but he would have to kind of forgo the Tailwind at least for a turn here if he did.
Which he could maybe do. At the end of the day, Prim's going to be taking these hits. It did not seem like that Terra Blast did a whole lot. And is Adrian going to really kind of respect his Muck here? I mean, I feel like he's far more concerned with his Moltres, right? He doesn't think Muck's is vulnerable because it's so high health, but so Claren's going to come in. We really Raging Bull.
We could see some flashbacks. Oh, we do not. I was going to say we could see some flashbacks to last set.
Yeah.
Where we see the Calm Minds come out in these turns where The Shrug would know Adrian wants to play safe. We can get Calm Minds up.
We obviously have to respect the poison jab there, so that obviously the risk of Calm Mining, but
Yeah.
that is how that game won. When they played last, at the start of the season, it was that Shrug took advantage of those key terms where Adrian would kind of move his pieces around and he would get the Calm Minds off and get that advantage state. And we see here he's actually able to get the citrus off, so Shrug just decides he doesn't have a way to stop that. I'm just going to have to accept, Muckhead gets a huge health boost.
Now, this is interesting. He's considering the Electro Web. I guess, he's kind of, if he can get two, he can get speed back from the Prim, but I don't know if he has enough turns to do that.
Well, something super interesting is going to be this Terragrass Prim, because it's obviously good into this electric spam, but is it going to be weak to this Muck always? Is this Muck going to cause a bigger issue than Shrug's, kind of ready for? I would think he's got to kind of be worried, so we might not see a Terra at all on Prim if he's really respecting it. I don't know.
He swapped back to Thunderbolt, so we'll see if he does tear the Prim. Either way, it's taking a chunk here, because I don't think he has a way to pull Muck in turn.
Thunderclaps. No attack for the Talonflame.
Yep, and he might have been doubling the Muck there. He really might have.
Oh, Moonblast and Raging Bolt takes it well. Is Prim going to take this damage back?
Summer Burn, about 50 maybe.
Oh,
man.
Gets another poison.
And that is bad.
It is Poison Touch, Poison Jab. I don't know the percentage off the top of my head on that, but he's getting them when he needs them.
Oh no, and let's see, does he have Protect on Bolt? No, it's AV Bolt, so he can't stall a turn here. But one thing Adrian has here now is he could technically, well, never mind. I suppose he's got an odd Thunderclap position, right? Who does he want to Thunderclap if he wants to do that at all?
Well, I think if I were Adrian, I'd be thinking, how can I get my Terra Fairy Moltres one-on-one with Bramble, right? I just want to get one-on-one, and I just want to win. And Shrug needs to think about that, too. And the poisons really kind of pin Shrug pretty bad, because Prim, assumedly, would die at the end of this turn. So if Adrian can more than likely get this one-on-one pretty safely, it's just going to be interesting if he's going to lose both pieces here, if he's going to just protect on Muck, play it safe.
Looks like that's what we'll do. I think Shrug's play is pretty clear here. He's got to just double attack, I would say.
The Thunderclaps gets him. Oh, just full respect. I mean, I would assume a Dragon Energy is coming out.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. We'll see. Yep.
See a Dragon Energy. So this is kind of where this pin's going to happen, because the Terra Fairy Moltres is coming in here pretty safely now. Is Regidrago, even with Earth Power, going to be able to get rid of that in a reasonable amount of turns? I worry, and obviously the Terra Blast is around.
So yeah, I would say at least 3 turns Shrug needs of moves. He needs at least 3, and depending if the Moltres may be a 3-hit, so it could be 4 turns that he'll need.
Yeah. We have Terra Ground on Shrug, though. You gotta assume he's Terra Ground.
That's true.
That will be a nice power boost, and obviously get rid of the weakness of this Terra Blast.
Yeah, if with that, he can probably 2-hit the Moltres. 1 turn of Tailwind left. Do we know who is faster between Moltres and Drago?
I don't know if we've seen that yet, because I believe Regidrago protected and switched, so I don't know if we have that speed tier down yet. Looks like he's going to play it safe, stall that last turn on Moltres. Kind of risky, though, because I feel like a Dragon Energy would do half to Muck. I feel like that's a reasonable assumption, so he might just be giving up Muck here if Shrug's attack.
This is interesting. He's making a bold move to secure it. Maybe he's worried that he can't win from his current position.
Yeah.
So let's see if this will help him.
I mean, I have no idea how much this Earth Power does to Moltres when it gets to the Muck. This turn will be big, though, if Muck's going to get a hit off, or if he's going to Dragon Energy and Muck this turn.
It's going to be close to a 2-hit.
Really gets it off, so there goes Muck.
Yep, a really, really good read by Shrug. Keeps him in this game and has given him a chance to win.
I mean, this is a super interesting. I almost think this might be just who's faster is going to win.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because I would say neither's going to Oko, but that they might both 2-hit pretty safely. I'm not sure. These are both 2 incredibly strong Pokemon. Obviously, no boosting item on the Moltres, but the Regidrago can't use its Dragon turn.
Flamethrower faster so far. He
not
needs
a 2-hit.
He needs a burn.
Will this
so
2-hit?
Oh, man. This is
close.
This is going to come down to speeds, like you said. If it's not a tie, and there's no crit, then I think it kind of goes how we're seeing it's going to go.
Shrug's going to need a crit here. Does he get it?
No.
Looks like he's not going to get it. If this is not a speed tie, which seems to be the case.
Yeah.
Adrian's going to take game 2.
And
He
wild
does.
game here. Game 2. Coming down to a 1v1 with neither Pokemon being able to pressure the other with anything but a neutral move.
It ended up both being 3 hits, and Adrian had more speed. He is naturally faster than Regidrago, I believe, so it just ended up working out for Adrian there.
Yep. And yeah, that'll be game 2, and we're heading into game number 3. And so, yeah, after game 1, I kind of said Moltres may not be the most valuable, but we just saw it there. Game 2,
yeah,
it was very valuable. In fact, that was probably the reason he was still in the game at the end, was that Terra Fairy.
And it's him donating that Terra Fairy really kind of gave Moltres that extra value, which is what I'm sure Adrian saw in prep, was like, these avenues where I can give it the Terra, it's going to be able to pressure Regidrago and force a Terra there. It's going to be able to get off this strong Fairy Stab that Shrug doesn't have a lot of resist for besides Scizor, who's weak to fire. So you can kind of spam that on the team. So that's super interesting for Adrian to kind of give it that. How Shrug adapts here will be pretty interesting, because he hasn't really felt an advantage yet this set, I would say. I feel like most turns have felt like Adrian's kind of had a stranglehold on it. Like Adrian's had advantages here. Shrug got a little bit of tailwind momentum that game, but it just felt overall Shrug. I mean, Adrian just had more bulk and more pressure.
Yeah, and unfortunately I think that comes down to the speeds. You know, the tailwind trade, as we kind of talked about earlier, doesn't necessarily seem to be in Shrug's favor. So maybe we'll see a different kind of strategy here where he can play just around the speeds and kind of just ignore that part of the game, because just going speed for speed and throwing your best guys out doesn't seem to necessarily be working. I think maybe we can try, and we got to keep Scizor in the back maybe for those Terra Fairies. Maybe would be good, because you keep him in the back, and then him and Drago, if they're positioned properly, could make a really strong.
Shrug has just relied on all season these like super aggressive setup leads where he just leads Scizor and forces unfavorable 50-50. Same with Prim and Calm Mind this matchup. It's this Whimsicott Encore that's really having him struggle, because that's taking away a lot of avenues he usually has. Like right now, this would be like a Scizor adaptation game, or maybe a Prim adaptation game, where you just come in and you say, I'm just going to Calm Mind, like why not? But it's like, he can't, because the Whimsicott lead is it's just too easy for Adrian to do, and it's too much pressure, because you don't want that 50-50. I mean, why would he not Encore, you know? And it's really unfavorable. So I think Shrug's kind of juggling that at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, you're right. Adrian is not deviating from the Whimsicott, and I don't really expect him to deviate, even with a loss. The Whimsicott is strong on lead into this team, and so I believe we'll keep seeing it.
We're going to see, so Prim and Talonflame, you might want to just try and just give Prim more opportunities. We've seen Prim not around for game 1, and game 2 kind of came in kind of a rough spot, switched in, took some damage. I wouldn't mind seeing Prim just lead, and let's see if we can get some action for it. Obviously, Treads is not the best though. Heavy Slam is 120 base power, I believe. It's neutral. I would imagine that does a lot of damage to Prim.
Yeah, it's gotta be at least like, yeah, over half at least, right? So
yeah, it's probably a substantial amount. So I mean, obviously early pressure. Maybe that's Adrian even calling the Prim adaptation here, getting Treads involved in this matchup.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, because Treads wouldn't be. I guess he's also. Yeah, it's good against Prim. Yeah, no, I think you're right.
I mean, like it's good here. This is a good adaptation.
Yeah, it's forcing a switch.
Something pretty interesting is without a Terra defensive, it's Terra Stellar Talonflame. This Rock Tomb is pretty free. Rock moves are just gonna kill Talonflame if Shrug does nothing about that. We'll have to see if Adrian takes advantage. He just Rock Tomb, and that just kills. And that's kind of with the Terra Stellar, Adrian probably identified that Rock Tomb is a relatively free option, that Talonflame.
Yeah, no Protect either. You know, the only way that would be avoided is a switch out, and that would give up speed and
that's Iron Treads pressuring that Prim there. Shrug felt like he could not take a Heavy Slam there, so he just switched to Scizor, and at the cost of Talonflame and speed control. So now Adrian has a huge advantage this game, I would say. Speed control, his support mon is untouched, and he's just faster right now.
Yeah, you can't go for any setup for free right now on Shrug's end. He's going to have to just kind of attack. He doesn't want to commit to a move that could get on-court either that's bad, so he's going to have to commit to a generally good move, nothing specifically good in this matchup.
Well, especially without the Regidrago not able to really touch the Whimsicott. Obviously, it's immune to Dragon and it resists ground. So Regidrago is going to struggle to break through Whims. He's going to need Scizor to kind of take advantage of getting rid of it.
Well, see, this is the thing. If he commits to the Earth Power here, that may get Encore next turn, and he can Terra Water the Treads, which would be really bad on Shrug's side of things.
So we Bullet Punch. Did he double Whims? I'm not sure.
No, we might see. Maybe.
See, higher power does not two-hit Scizor. Pretty bulky.
There's the Earth Power.
This is into Treads. I don't know what this does, but it's not. Yeah, its FNF is not very good.
No. Yeah, there he goes. Well, a good play from Shrug.
Yeah. Huge kill there. I bet you the Terra was needed for that, and it may not have been, but he just wanted to cover Moonblast too, which is obviously a fair option.
This is really interesting though, because if he wants to, like I said, he could Encore him into this Earth Power and Terra Grass the Feraligatr and just completely ignore that Pokemon for the rest of this like Encore period.
Well, and you have to think this Earth Power probably does okay into Feraligatr. This is another speed tier to watch if Feraligatr is naturally faster than Drago. Now, obviously, Adrian has Tailwind right now, so this water move can very easily just... Liquidation is not that, bad of an option, really, into that Drago.
Yeah. That would be super powerful. There's a lot of pressure on Shrug here, but he does still have options, right? If he can, if he could live a Liquidation, he could double the Whims here to take it out and take control of at least that part, but no, he goes for a switch out.
Should be Prim, I believe, is the other one in the back. Obviously a great switch into Liquidation, so it makes sense here.
Yeah, it's going to take it amazingly well. Oh, and there's the Encore. Well,
Scizor does not mind Bullet Punch into this Whimsicott. Obviously he may have wanted to knock off Feraligatr as an option, and wow, that Liquidation did a lot to Prim.
Oh, he did want to knock it off.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That Encore was really good. Yeah, just keeping pressure up on Shrug, not letting him do what he wants here. This Whimsicott seems to have a lot of control in this matchup.
And I don't see how Shrug gets back into this, is what it really feels like. It seems like Tailwind plus Feraligatr has a really good shot just to kind of run away with it, especially Scizor is locked in the Bullet Punch. You know, the Feraligatr doesn't have to respect it anymore. And really can just kind of focus down Trucks and then potentially Regidrago when it comes back out.
Yeah, it can just focus down Trucks here. And I wonder, do you think we'll see a defensive play from the Whims, or do you think it'll just take the Bullet Punch?
Seems like it's going to protect. Probably safe so we can get that Tailwind going next turn once it peters out. Obviously, all Scizor can really do is Bullet Punch the Whims, so it's a safe protect by Adrian in this smart play.
Yep, and this Trailblade should kill. Yep.
And it just kind of increases the advantage for Adrian. I mean, he has this... It's this speed advantage you're seeing in all these games, where Adrian's just able to hold this Tailwind edge and kind of... here it's another game where Shrug's not faster. Shrug's not able to get these Dragon Edges off very safely.
Yeah, and it's like you said, speed... Obviously, Shrug has one of the best speed controls in the game with Talonflame, but speed was never his go-to game. It was the setup, and a Prankster Encore Mon can really disrupt that. But not even just Prankster Encore, it's Prankster Encore and Tailwind, so it's not really leaving anything out there for him to use. I'm really interested to see how he'll adapt. I do think that Palmont could come back with Takeout maybe in the next game.
And we see the Liquidation is an Ulico. Feraligatr, one of the strongest monsters, Life Orb, Shellshock. Not a huge surprise.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the Encore is finally over here. But yeah, he's got to just do a Bullet Punch most likely still.
Yeah, game 3, just a dominant performance by Adrian. Really. It's just that edge he's holding on to Whims. The fact Whims lived that whole game is kind of indicative of the advantage Adrian has right now. Because Whims is not a Mon that can be left alone the whole game. It's just supposed to set Tailwind and obviously probably go in the back and main him. But there we saw it live the whole game because he was able to maneuver around Shrug's offense. It kept, we have the Dragon Energy Mon that can't hit it. We have Scizor who's kind of pinned sometimes when he gets Encore in these moves when it can't touch Feraligatr now. And it's super interesting to see Shrug play around that.
Yeah, and you said it the best. He's got a couple options here, but I think all of them revolve around Whims. Whatever we see Shrug do here is going to be completely revolving around Whims, and it's going to be about either stopping the Tailwind, or it's going to be about getting rid of him as quickly as possible so that he can retain speed, or at least get rid of the Fairy type or the Encore. If he can get some setup going on the prim, maybe late game, that's definitely an avenue to win this game.
I would love just to see fake out on Palmont or something to keep Adrian in check potentially, because Palmont has a way to slow this focus sash, Whimsicott down. This is the disadvantage of no covert. It's actually weak to fake out. That's something Shrug has. It's a mon here, and I would really like to see him kind of take advantage of that, because really Palmont's not that bad. And see, it looks like he's hovering around Raging Bolt and Whimsicott. Palmont's not horrible. It's immune to electric moves. I mean, there's some fake out avenues here that I think Shrug really needs to take advantage of if he wants to get in this.
Yeah, it definitely needs. I think it needs to come. If you're down on speed, that fake out is your best.
It's the great equalizer. I mean, you can kind of stop. You can slow momentum. You can kind of force Adrian to respect these options that he hasn't had to respect yet. I mean, the fact fake out breaks sash and can stop tailwind is something Shrug has to pressure.
Yeah, the one issue in all of this is it's Terra Ghost Whimsicott. Obviously, committing a Terra is very good, especially with Pokemon like Moltres. Losing that ability to go Fairy, that honestly could be a good thing. Obviously, you'd lose the turn 1, but it could be good late game. But that's a scary thing, right? The Terra Ghost for the fake out, it could make that completely null and void to stop the speed if that's your strategy. So we'll see. We'll see if he leads Palmont here.
Excuse me, we are not seeing Palmont.
But we do see Caesar on lead.
I do like Caesar on lead. There's some room to just double Whimsicott here,
Yeah.
Bullet Punch and Brave Bird. Now, he'll get the Tailwind off, but that's a huge advantage. I mean, Shrug has priority here that he could take advantage of.
Yeah, and the only real risk of that is obviously a Protect and the damage you get from the Raging Bolts.
I wonder if Shrug is kind of regretting that sash on Talonflame to kind of live these Thunderclaps. I think we have not seen the Expert Belt damage really get off because Adrian's just had Thunderbolt there. I mean, not Thunderclap, kind of. Every turn it's been like he's going to Brave Bird, he gets Thunderclap. So I wonder if, it's hindsight, but I think he's kind of really regretting not having a sash or some sort of Terra Ground, just something so that this Raging Bolt can't just OHKO it whenever.
Yeah, that's just another reason why the Talonflame seems to be struggling with the wins and even the Bolt, right? It has a couple things that it's not. Oh, I see. We're receiving an update from the crowd that is
our
score.
on-site news reporter, PyroCat, just gave us a huge update.
He gave us a
2
huge
should have been a
update.
3. I just want to shout out our on-site guy, PyroCat.
PyroCat, he is being hired at ESPN as we speak. We'll let him in as an intern video editor.
Yep.
It's the job. We can get him.
And we're seeing Grandpa come in here.
Grandpa with the Intimidate. Unfortunately, it does not matter for these two guys, but he will be able to provide some support with Snarl.
Talonflame's gone. That's the issue here, is that Talonflame is gone.
Yeah, Talonflame is indeed gone. So
I just think it's something super interesting because it's when you have these, that's the difference here. You're seeing Adrian have this sash and focus, like these Tailwind setter that's able to live, it's able to have all this longevity. You're seeing Talonflame kind of go offensive and kind of get taken advantage of to where it's, it's just dead already. It's gone. It's just like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone very fast, right?
You're seeing a switch on Raging Bolt here.
Yeah. Here comes in Muck. Obviously, he wants to keep that Grand Bull in check. The Grand Bull was really strong there against those two.
Terra, gonna assume Scizor kind of respecting that Moltres. We've seen Scizor with Terra Fire can't be touched by Moltres. So.
Yeah, this is an amazing matchup for Scizor to be facing the Moltres. And then...
I actually think there's a lot of SD avenues here if Shrug really wants to try and get back in this. Those are a safe knockoff. That's a good knockoff because that's another 25% with the citrus gone.
Yep. It's a great knockoff. I mean, he still has the potential to go for SD here. It's not gone. You could still go for it. And also just Rock Slide with the Grand Bull or something and keep both of those guys.
I really would. I think SD Rock Slide could be a serious play here because you just get off some standard damage and SD is kind of... That's how I think Scizor needs to get into this. Some sort of setup while the Whimsicott's not on the field.
I wonder, though, if he sets up this sunny day.
Another Bullet Punch. Muck is low, but not that low.
This Scizor is going to be in Thunderclap range real soon with the sunny day.
Oh, you'd have to, with Proto Boost, I would say very safe.
He's on a timer with this Type Force.
Poison Jab. Grandpa takes it. It's another poison. The Poison Jab, Poison Touch has been hitting. and just goes for a save
Oh,
snarl.
snarl. Okay.
I kind of like. I mean, he's keeping these mons alive so he can kind of, get some initiative. I'm worried though he's gonna let Raging Bull and Whimsicott come in at one time and just win this game. That's something Shrug has to be thinking about right now.
But I mean, because it's a Terrafire Caesar, so it's not resisting the Draco anymore. So if the Raging Bolt is faster, I think at this point it will die to a couple moves there from it. So I don't know what Shrug can do here. He could Bullet Punch the Moltres and try and kill it, finish it off here.
See a Bullet Punch into Moltres.
There
Does
it
enough.
does. That is a good kill for Shrug.
Crit.
Crit may have mattered. We don't know.
The Strong Mon, obviously a resisting move though. Physically not as strong as specially, I believe. So, not sure. Could have been mattered. Could have mattered.
Could have been a roll of some kind, but regardless, a
See
big
a
kill for the
haze.
Caesar.
Probably just a safe haze there. And misses a player up.
Oh, wait, this could be bad for Adrian, right? To keep that muck in there. Because
I
he would have
actually
rather
agree,
had
yeah.
those two come in at once. But now he gets to have the muck with somebody of his choosing. Tough to say who. Will he
I'm not
abuse the
sure.
sun, or does he want to get some speed up?
Seems he might want to get Tailwind going before the Raging Bolt comes in to try and win this game. Seems like a fair option. Obviously, Shrug, I believe, has Rosie Drago coming in soon, and I think Whimsicott matches up pretty well, right? No, Truck's return is here.
Alright, Truck's return. Yeah, that thing does not have Terra here for the poison jab, so we could see just a safe bullet punch into the muck.
And that seems like this might be where the live is pretty unfortunate. But I mean, Shrug has bullet punch to potentially get rid of this muck, so you really could. I think I mean, obviously there's no Calm Mind potential with this encore, but there is some plays where this could get going, hopefully some momentum.
I mean, there is Calm Mind potential here with the ball punch. Yeah, I mean, it could just start, just accept that Shrug could accept that he's losing speed, go for some bulk, and then maybe try and hope the bolt.
We'll just take one bullet. I mean, because Shrug could set himself for 2 kills and maybe a Calm Mind. It's tricky. It's really so he's gonna get rid of the muck, just add over the poison jab. That's pretty safe. We'll have to see what Prim's gonna do here now.
And that life orb chip, it really is hurting him.
Okay, so now the Limb Sash is broken, so Bullet Punch is an available way to eliminate it. And obviously Calm Mind is here, so where this gets pretty interesting is if Adrian wants to Thunderclap Prim, it can Calm Mind. And with Bullet Punch potentially wiping out the Whims, it's not so easy to encore the Calm Mind.
Yeah, we're gonna. Will he choose that though?
I would think
I think he's
Thunderbolt.
just gonna Thunderbolt, right? We could see a protect. If he does like a protect bullet punch, that could be a good play.
I'm most surprised he's encoring Scizor. He's probably just saying, Scizor, I want you to just be out of this game, because it's you're gonna bullet punch to do no damage to my Raging Bolt to resist. So that's partially what he's thinking, and he's just gonna say, my Raging Bolt can beat Prim. Terra Electric, that's what I built it for. It's AV. I'm just gonna win this 1-1 and just take Scizor out of it with encore.
Yep. And he needs to take advantage of these turns now with this fun.
For sure.
Straight into the Prem, and we'll see if there's a protect on the play. This is a protect.
This is interesting. If Prim is, I assume Prim's just gonna die here. If we were able to kill Limbs, it could stop that encore and keep Scizor having its moves open. My gut says Prim just dies to this Thunderbolt though.
Depends on how it's built, but I think it probably does die. Yep, and there it goes. Yeah, I wonder what that roll would be, if it's close, if it's guaranteed by a few percent, or what it is. But I think
this is game, folks.
I think this is game, yeah.
It seems like we have reached a 4-0 point, and Shrug, and Adrian, is going to be the Season 8 champ.
Yeah, if he can hit this Draco here. Thunderbolt is back.
He might be going for the cloud with Draco, but I think that's it.
Yep, Adrian takes it 4-0, becoming SBL's newest champion.
Obviously lost in finals last year in a tough set, so it's super cool to see him kind of get over the hump, get his first ring. He did great at Louisville, and he's really been on a roll lately, so it's cool to see him get that big win.
Yeah, honestly, and I think this team, too, has been definitely a respectable team, but I don't know if it was on people's radars to be, one of the best, if not the best team, and take the championship. So he's definitely surprised us all, and no, congrats. Obviously, amazing player. Definitely deserves it, so, couldn't go to a more deserving guy.
For sure. think he's one of the young upcomers, and we're finally seeing him take it home. So that's really cool.
Yep.
I think the team really, it's Raging Bolt's the S tier, but Whimsicott's is the glue. It's the mon that you saw every game. It had that initiative, and he really struggled to kind of remove it very easily, and it became a huge issue for a lot of Shrug's setup and a lot of the stuff Shrug wanted to do.
And one last thing to say about Shrug. Obviously, Shrug had an amazing season, and he did something no one else has ever done before with this new team comp of 440 pointers. It's the first time it's ever been done, and getting second place with that, and obviously dominating in a lot of the parts of this season, very respectable. And honestly, one of the coolest teams we've seen.
We're seeing our finalists come in.
Yeah, we're gonna switch over to commentary cam, and we're gonna get a little bit of an interview here. This is the eye contact point, folks. So congrats, Adrian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I worked really hard for this one. I feel like.
Yeah. Some would say that there's a guide out there on how to win this set.
Oh.
Rumors of a 12-page thesis exist.
Okay, so I think I'm known for prepping really hard for a lot of sets. So it's prep's been ramping up. So Shrug, there may or may not be a large document that I wrote in preparation for this.
Well, I'd love to read it.
I will send it to you.
I guess I already saw it in action.
I will send it to you.
I read mine. Mine was fat too.
Yeah, I did one for Spencer last match, and I did one for you. So hopefully that means something that I put a lot of work into it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, like, it definitely shows, and it definitely paid off. I felt like, I mean, I knew that it was going to be a tough battle just because, like, we played earlier on in the season, and that was, like, about as down to the wire as you can get. And it's like when there's even more on the line, and we have, like, 3 weeks to prep, I was like, oh, he's going to have all the bases covered. So it was definitely, like, I came into this like he's gonna have like a full course meal cooked.
Sure.
And so
I had a lot of time coming up with this. I did procrastinate some amount. Didn't really do much till like
that's how we do it.
This week or so. But
That's SBL. Man.
it all came together at the end. Yeah.
So, how did you feel about like speed control? That was what we were talking about a lot. Was a speed control in this match. You both have Prankster, Tailwind. Did you feel like maybe obviously with the priority on your side that Talonflame was pressured to just like against Whimsicott and Bolt in general, like it had a harder time setting up Tailwind and speed control, or do you feel like you were maybe just positioning well?
So I always knew that Whimsicott versus Talonflame is not a good matchup for me, obviously, right? So I kind of I made sure I set up my team so that if I trade Tailwinds, I think I'm okay. I can work with that. So at the bare, I'm never gonna get Tailwind myself and him not get Tailwind. And I thought having Encore on Whimsicott was the real key that even though we match Tailwinds, I can keep pressure up. As long as I break the Gale Wings on Talonflame, next turn I can re-Encore to Tailwind or Encore to Partner, and it gives me pressure there in the match speed control situation. And on top of that, we both have Pokemon on our team that are different speeds, some faster, some slow. So I thought Electro Web is one thing that I chose to try to give myself just a slight edge, because I thought the speed was kind of so close. Like originally I was, I had an idea of setting Trick Room maybe with Trevenant, for example. Like was one early on idea. But I'm like, well, why am I saying Trick Room if Scizor and Primarina are just going to underspeed my team anyway? So it's like, I think Electro Web and the lesser set, I put Rock Tomb on the other guy too, just to have like that -1 would be enough to kind of get the speed advantage.
Yeah, I think the Electro Web ring definitely felt really important. Kind of interestingly, since I kind of identified as well that if we had equal speed control, either no Tailwind or both Tailwind, then I felt like you were in a better spot. I actually ran 0 bulk, full speed Primarina. I didn't end up going boosting nature, but it was like it outsped a lot of Raging Bolts, and it also outsped like a lot of other things if you didn't invest enough in that sort of thing. I was kind of hoping to catch you out on that, but it was just like I felt like you had just a few too many measures against Primarina in general, where like it wasn't very easy to get her into the picture safely.
Sure.
I also, obviously the last time that we played, you went with the Covert Cloak set. And so I was kind of like, I played around with like dual Wing Beat with the Terra Stellar and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, like, I've missed like more dual wing beats than I've hit in my life.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? We're gonna send the Brave Bird, and then we've got the Palmot fake out as an option.
Totally.
I was like, if you end up Terra Ghosting, that's fine. But it was just like, the resist berries on your guys made Palmot a lot less valuable.
That was the goal.
And then I mean, it was just like there were so many things where it's like my ideas of, okay, well, if it's focus sash, I'll just threaten fake out, just wasn't quite as able to work out, just because like in so many other spots it was like Palmot was fine, just not like amazing.
Totally. Let me answer a few of those things that you said. So yeah, like the Prim having not much bulk, when that liquidation did over half from Prim earlier, I'm like, it is not supposed to do that. That is not the correct count from Primarina. So that's when I first realized that, and that's an interesting idea, because I definitely, a lot of like the specific speed stuff, I was like, a bulky Primarina is what I expected you to run, which makes sense. And then as far as the like dual wingbeat, for example, it was Sash Whimsicott with actually a lot of bulk. The bulk, so I was now with Terra Stellar and the Expert Bout.
Right.
If you'd run dual wingbeat with that, then actually. But I was always going to live any normal dual wingbeat from a Talonflame. But yeah, your observations make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Shrug, I thought the Talonflame set was pretty cool, but I thought it just ended up being that critical item difference where like Whimsicott was sash and able to have like a lot more longevity with Encore, and I thought it was trust me, I thought the tech was going to have a lot of potential. It just ended up the Thunderclaps. It put a lot more pressure on Talonflame. I'm sure that's how you felt too, where it just wasn't able to kind of maneuver as well as it usually does. And
yeah, I think the Thunderclap just with how much I would have liked to hit Flare Blitz at certain points, or I didn't have Gale Wings anymore, it definitely helped apply a lot more pressure. Also, the Thunderclap going before Caesar also played a huge difference. That I think that kind of, I feel like the speed control game was already like really like tangled up in that set, and then adding in the priority moves on top of that and all the weird stuff that goes on there just makes it even stranger. But it was definitely it felt very difficult to play around. There were a lot of places where it was like, if he goes for Thunderclap here, then I'm kind of screwed. If he doesn't go for Thunderclap here, I'm like, okay, not really amazing, and there were definitely a lot of spots like that, definitely.
Well, 'cause another critical thing I feel like is when I watch your games, I feel like setup's like a critical mode for you, because I think a lot of people kind of focus on the Talonflame speed control, but you're willing to just SD and Bullet Punch or Calm Mind with Prim. I think Whimsicott really kind of limited that potential for you, because I feel like you open up a lot of win cons where kind of game 2 and game 3 I'm just going to SD, I'm just going to call Protect, I'm just going to Calm Mind, and I feel like Whimsicott just had a stranglehold on that where you weren't able to use those avenues like you usually do.
Yeah, I think the Encore, because even when Whimsicott's not on the field, it could be on the field next turn. Like even if I make a good play this turn and I get a KO, that just means Whimsicott comes in. Or, maybe I make the wrong call and he switches Whimsicott in, and then all of a sudden Whimsicott's in to lock me into my setup moves. It definitely, I think that definitely introduced a lot of trouble. Maybe I should have put more thought on something like Quick Guard, but honestly, Talonflame's moveset was already pretty overloaded as it is.
Wisp is obviously a good move too.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things you don't see in prep, and then suddenly you get to the matchup and you're like, a lot of my game plan is kind of not here when I don't have these setup options.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, even a non-Swords Dance boosted Bullet Punch, it's like it can do some damage. It's like, and like with Primarina, the Calm Mind was kind of there for like, I feel like I'm in a lot of spots where it's like, you got Primarina and Reggie Drago on the field. Reggie Drago is going to kill everybody, so let's just set up a Calm Mind, that sort of thing. So it's kind of like just like a, hey, I don't have anything else to do, so let's just get myself to +1, and also being at +1 special defense against stuff like Raging Bolt, also very nice. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely like on a lot of opening turns or just spots where Whimsicott was available, it was a whole lot harder to really justify doing any of those setups. Absolutely. I think one really big thing, a lot of things on your team naturally resisting bullet punch was really huge, because it's just like, like I said, bullet punch could still hurt, but it's like,
that's the heart of Sizzle, right? It's kind of the bullet punch spam, and I think something that happened in game 1 was obviously the flame body played a huge part.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a 30% chance, and so I mean, it's like, if you're hitting into that multiple times, it's gonna happen. It's whatever.
Yeah.
For that Caesar moveset, I was curious about the knockoff over like some of the other moves I feel like you typically run. Was that for anything in particular, like maybe to knock off that AV, or?
It was kind of just like, I felt like knockoff against something like Feraligatr, for example, or I didn't really think specifically about resist berries or like specifically about Assault Vest, but it's like, just about any item that you can knock off, it's pretty nice. And there were a lot of things that that at the very least didn't resist Dark, so it was just kind of like more general coverage than I think like last time I ran Bug Bite. And it was like, that was fine. It was just like, I just wanted something else. It seemed like knockoff could be nice. Just especially if I was in a spot where I could get like a coaching up or get a Swords Dance up, and that's like, Caesar, that 130 base attack, and just starts rolling. You got the life orb boost, you got max attack adamant. It's like that can really hurt. So that was kind of the thought there. I think it's always a little bit difficult to identify exactly what you need on Caesar, because it's like he can do a lot of work. He's just a fantastic Pokemon. It's just like sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I guess some things do resist steel, and then it's like, oh, I guess I gotta find something else that that kind of fits the bill.
For sure.
So it's always a bit of a tricky thing with Caesar.
Well, obviously, down to the wire set. Maybe not the games indicate that, but every game was close in my opinion. I felt like, one of those games maybe got away from Shrug, but the rest I feel like you were in them. As someone who also got 4-0 in the finals, it happens, but you guys both had great seasons, so don't let, the result take away from that. Obviously, congrats to you, Adrian, our Season 8 champ, Well done. I feel like you had a great team, and we kind of saw it really kind of get going at the end, Obviously, Whimsicott and Raging Bull are amazing duos you showed this season,
That was the goal. There were some Raging Bolt doubters early on, and I really believed in the guys. So, and this set, Raging Bolt got to shine. Sometimes some of my sets, Raging Bolt can't do as much, but I felt like it was really solid this set. Yeah,
I feel like Terra Electric Raging Bolt really put on a lot of pressure, eliminated those weaknesses, and did a lot for you. So, I think we saw that today. Besides that, I think we got to thank the commish. Thank you for hosting J-Dog and 13. Obviously, wouldn't have the season without you or anything. So, shout out to him. And if you guys have any more comments.
Well, thank you to the ESPN production team for doing all this work. Every week having the live stream, I think it really adds to the community sense of SBL, and we appreciate the work that you do. And I think I speak for all of us. We look forward to seeing more of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks everybody to make this an enjoyable experience for all.
Will stream matches come back next season? Who knows? You'll have to stay tuned.
Oh man, I don't know. It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, thank everyone for a good season. There's season 8.
Yep, season 8. That's a wrap.
Another one for the books.
Season 9 coming 2025.
Yep. Be ready to draft next week.
Yep. Draft next week, boys. Get in line.
Yeah. Alrighty. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Congrats, Adrian. And we'll see you in a few months.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.